everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. That's right, my name is Dara or Dara for short, because some of you kids, okay, listen, I'm gonna lay down the law. All right, many of you have gotten past first grade. All right, your pronunciation is off. I said Dara not Dara. Some of you punks need to learn a lesson. All right. So anyway, hello. No. Just take out a bat and start swinging.
Start swinging.
Just start swinging. Yeah, it's I like that one. I haven't seen the new season of Stranger Things, but I do like that video called Strangerous. But anyway, I get to have on the man they call him something, but he calls himself Heathen Streamz, which that's a name unto itself right there, good sir.
Yeah. I always say I've been called worse by better people.
You
usually gets the feathers ruffled pretty quick.
I you know, sometimes you just say something, it's like, hey guys, what's going on? And it's like, you fraudster, you heathen, and that's where you're like, yeah, I like that. Let's take that.
Basically.
No, but where? I mean, how did you just like did it happen like an accident, or was it just like someone said something like that and you just took with it? How'd that come about?
Well, when I first started my whole streaming adventure back in 2018, 19, I started out as Mopar Pagan and
Ooh.
ran as Mopar Pagan for a long time. And I
Mm.
was like, I mean, that sounds cool, but uh, I don't know. Something clicked one day, and I was like, I don't do just, Mopar things or
Mm.
pagan-esque things. And then
Mm.
I started my heathenry on X, and
Mm.
I am a heathen actually. So I follow the old Norse gods. I have a lot
Mm.
of heathen tattoos, everything.
Mm.
Um, so heathen kind of has been a nickname for a little while, and then streaming. So Heathen Streamz, it just kind of flowed together and became
Yeah.
became the name.
Yeah, it's sort of, but when you do it streams, you do it streets or streams. Like you just put it out there, like I'm part of the streams. Word.
Exactly. So the Z on the end of streams. Before my whole streaming career,
Uh,
back when I first got out of active duty army, I
oh.
was craving a brotherhood.
Mm.
So I went and joined a motorcycle club,
Oh
and
wow.
the last part of our name was Riders, and it ended
Hmm.
with a Z. So it's kind of paying homage to the club life.
There you go. Keeping it real with his helmet on.
Yeah, right. Basically.
Otherwise, if you see him with his helmet off, you don't know that person.
Yeah, you don't know.
He was going 90 miles an hour, sir, and he had his helmet off. Wait, he was going 90 miles per hour? What? Oh my goodness! But no, that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Like I know there's like um, a yearly like group that goes through like Sturgis, Michigan, or something like that. Like there's this yearly thing where this whole
Yeah.
biker group comes to Sturgis, and I can't remember. It's just many different groups, or it's one big group.
Oh,
But they come to Sturgis.
it's hundreds of different groups. It's actually Sturgis has a agreement with all of the clubs that show up that technically you're not allowed to fly colors or
Uh,
rep a club while you're in Sturgis event.
okay.
To try to like narrow down on the rivalry and some of the violence, because when it comes to motorcycle clubs, we'll
Mhm.
definitely pop off.
Oh yeah, especially if drinking gets involved, then you really know.
Oh
And
yeah, it's partially why I don't drink.
yeah,
I'm a very aggressive and angry person when I drink.
and that's when you gotta be careful. And a duct tape says hoorah. 630B served from 1989 to that's about
94. Dang,
5 years.
he got out of the military when I was born. I was born in 94.
Oh goodness!
Oh,
And then
that's funny.
he's like, what? And then he's asked, "What's your MOS?"
I was 11 Bravo first, and then I reclassed to 91 Bravo. So I was infantry, then reclassed to wheeled vehicle mechanic. But nobody
Oh,
told
okay.
me that being a wheeled vehicle mechanic was infantry with the toolbox. I was doing the same damn job, just carried a box around.
So what you're saying is, I get a box.
Right. It
Do
was
the
like
same thing.
120-pound little box that, had wrenches and sockets and all sorts of shit in it. And any truck I was in, I had to have that little box.
There you go. Well, they were also a last line of defense if you ran out of bullets. That's when you
I'm gonna start
start
hucking sockets.
Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted to say what again?
Break out the wrench.
I need. She'd be like, I need a 5/13.
Ooh.
I need a 5/13.
Exactly.
No, he's got a half-inch nose. We need the half
I'm
inch.
sure.
We need the
I'm sure we
half
could
inch.
turn a nail gun into some sort of weapon. Fire some
Yeah.
incinerary nails or something. I don't know. We could figure it out.
Yeah, what you do is you get like a rope and you tie it around the end there and you just swing it around like it automatically fires. Pew, 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 pew,
It's
pew,
just sending nails everywhere. Oh man.
Friendly fire, stop it, celebrity fire.
Right? And like that end up like that giant from Happy Gilmore, the nail
Oh
stuck in
god.
his head.
Oh goodness.
He's
Oh,
like,
that's
oh
too
no,
funny.
Happy, I'm not mad anymore. Uh,
And duct tape says 63B was also a wheeled vehicle mech lived in the motor pool. Oh, okay.
oh, okay. So 63 Bravo was the I think in like 2002 or something like that. A lot of the MOSs changed. And
Hmm.
they so 63 Bravo, I guess, is now the new 91.
Ooh. Heck yeah. Hail infantry, Roadkill says. Hail infantry.
For once when I was in reclass school at Fort Jackson,
Mm,
and one of the platoon sergeants at the AIT made a comment about how you can take the soldier out of infantry, but you can't take the infantry out of the soldier. I
hmm.
was in there trying to figure out how I was gonna make some det cord in the motor pool one day
Oh,
in
wow.
AIT and teaching some of the students in there how to make det cord, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't do that here." I'm like, "Oh, well, this is some knowledge that they're gonna need."
Listen, we need to start MacGyvering this stuff, okay? I need to teach them the basics, all right? You have a piece of gum, you have a paper clip, and you got a bullet. You need to know how to make that thing.
Oh Lord.
513s. I know there's no such thing as a 513s. It just said it, okay? Come on.
It just
Stop
sounds good, dang it.
Just stop busting me, all right? Ain't no ghost. And I hope Stucking is okay. New York had a tornado warning. Oh, all right. I didn't know New York had a tornado warning. Wouldn't be the first time.
A tornado
Wouldn't be.
warning in New York.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the
What?
first time though. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. But wow, I hope they're okay.
Fort
Uh,
Relax in Jackson for basic and AIT?
Roadkill says he was artillery, then infantry. So there you go.
Then
There you go.
artillery. Hey, them artillery guys, are y'all a different breed too? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I've seen some of them artillery dudes do some crazy shit with a howitzer.
First is they blow out their eardrums. The second part is they blow some stuff up.
Right?
I
I mean,
enjoy
this
reading my
really makes for some cool ass pictures when they pull that cord on a howitzer and the entire ground rumbles and throws dust up.
Oh my
I mean, those
gosh.
pictures are really freaking cool.
That's crazy. Both. Yeah, both. Wow. I was supposed to go to Dick's for AIT. Dick's. Fort Dick's?
Fort Dix.
Oh.
I went to
Fort
Dick's for PLDC and WLC, some warrior leader courses. When they make you take the NCO classes. So, like, when you're going from specialist to E5, in
Mhm.
order, at least on the active duty, you have to go
Yeah.
through some sort of NCO academy, and before you can become promotable. So, like, E5 has its own NCO academy, and then E6 has their own, and then E7 has their own, and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. But
And then
yeah,
he says, so you were a Sarge. Ooh.
where I was a sergeant twice.
They did it to me twice because they said the first time wasn't so good. Then they said number
Yeah,
two.
they said you need a redo, dog, because you need to learn. So, fun fact about Heathen, I've always had a problem with my mouth and like speaking my mind. And me and this female commander didn't really see eye to eye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I kind of popped off one time and I said some profanities, and man, she took my rank quicker than I could say where'd it go. And then I learned to be quiet. I was like, oh shit, now you're fucking with my money. All right.
And that's when you learned that day it was best to keep his mouth 3 sizes too small.
Exactly. Frog asshole type. I learned that when certain people are around, you got to keep frog asshole tight.
You just start saying like a fuck ribbit. I didn't say anything. I just said ribbit. what you gonna do now? I didn't say anything to you, you witch. Duct tape says, "Speaking my mind was not very good for my military career." Also,
see, a lot of, and I think it's mostly infantry guys. Like when infantry dudes go into different MOSs, I think we don't last very long because then we're like, no, this is fucking bullshit. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like my last duty station, I ended up going AGR, which is like active guard reserve.
Right.
And so AGR, you're an active duty soldier in the reserve component, or you're attached to a National Guard unit or whatever, XYZ.
Right.
I was the company motor sergeant for an MP unit in California.
Wow. Ooh.
And man, those MPs, dude, they're like, I'm not saying they're dumb, but like everybody talks shit on infantry for being stupid.
Yeah.
Nobody says nothing about the cage kickers and those guys, but we're notorious the dumb ones. And like I had to explain basic army regulations to some of these people, and it's just like, what am I like? Am I in a Twilight Zone? And like I realized after like the first year that I was there, they're like, oh shit, I'm so glad that I didn't join the reserves initially because this shit is a joke.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on here?
You guys can't take it.
No.
Roadkill says he likes you. There you go. Someone new to follow there. Roadkill. But no, I mean that. It just sounds like being in the military was sort of a. It could be a hit or miss you because of what you said about like your mouth and stuff, which I can understand. Yeah, because there's a component of authority and I mean I've talked to a lot of different people from Air Force, Marines, of course. The only one I don't think I've talked to yet is someone from the Coast Guard. I don't think I've gotten someone from the Coast Guard yet. I don't know if I've talked to someone from the Navy, but I have.
Do I know a Coastie?
That's the only one branch I have left is Coast Guard. Or no, actually now, you know what? It's Space Force 2. I forgot there's Space Force 2. So.
I forgot that even existed. I thought that was just a show on Netflix with Steve Carell.
No, it was the show inspired by.
Oh, okay. Dang. So that wasn't a big publicity stunt. Got you.
No, it still exists.
What do they even do? I need to look up. What is the space? Does anybody know?
Space Force is for really space. Does? Yeah, Space Force is for space. That's what it is.
But what kind of space? Like airspace or outer space? I mean,
I say the space beyond the space. Right? There's space, and then there's beyond space.
Beyond space. Okay.
And then you get like super beyond space.
Super beyond space. That's a valid question.
And then after that, there's like don't ask. Don't ask what's back there. There's something behind the curtain. Don't ask about that. But Heathen, goodness sake, yeah. No, it's interesting. Yeah, it's always interesting to get like it has been interesting getting to talk to so many different people from different branches of military because it's always it's not a super surprise, but it's sort of like you start to see more and more people who are previously military or whatever, and it really doesn't show like right off the bat like, oh, I'm super military guy or from the army or whatever. No, it's basically you have to ask, or they'll say it up front if you like get at a point where you can hear them, but more of the time it's like it's not an outgoing thing. You have to find out through some manner. So
I get that. Yeah, a lot of people never guess that I'm actually an infantry guy or prior service at work. They automatically assume that I'm just some dude that knows how to work on just about everything and anything. And sometimes I'll have to remind them, like, hey, look, I may seem mellow and chill now, but about 15 years ago, you popping off like that, I would have broke your jaw. And they're like, what do you mean? And then got to go into the whole how the army calmed me down and this, that, and the other. And
yeah. how you had to control yourself or discipline yourself, basically.
Right.
Yeah, that's always the fun stuff. And he says, duct tape says space starts at 3 kilometers above sea level. So there you
So
go.
so is that.
So it's like beyond that point to the moon and everything else in between, right there.
That's not very far. That's like a mile and a half.
You just keep going. You keep going. You keep flying higher. Just a little higher, and all that stuff. And then you reach the moon. Nope, you got to keep going. Got to keep going. You just got to keep moving left.
Keep moving left.
Duct tape says, I have to say, regardless when we serve, there is a connection. Yeah, that's what I've heard from pretty much every branch. Yeah.
And it's also, I think for most veterans, and I'll say this lightly, legitimate veterans,
Mm-hmm.
we usually bond pretty damn quick. I mean, I would never throw shade at a veteran specifically or XYZ. Contrary to some recent beliefs on X. I don't.
Sure.
I'm not an asshole, but if you're feeling froggy, leap, and I'll make you cry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, just in a general sense, you come off as cool, but I imagine if you get pushed in the right way, you could be that unintentional a-hole that people would be looking like, who is this dickish guy?
Yeah, who's this asshole?
Yeah, who's this? It was this butthole that's over here trying to drip like he's got some. But no, I almost because legitimate veterans. It's just fresh. It's just fresh as legitimate veterans. Well, hey, fresh, what's going on?
What's up, fresh?
But no, there are different parts of the military where I think people could look down on others. So I've talked to other military too, and I've mentioned or the talk has gone to there are other parts of the military where there's not having to do with weapons or whatever, basically pencil pushers, right?
Oh yeah, them 42 alphas. They get a Purple Heart for a paper cut. Them guys.
Well, I don't know about that part, but I do know that there can be a difference of thing of someone saying, "Well, I was on the front line and I got shot at, and all you did was push paper." And
we signed the dotted line. Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, which I understand. If you, I'm not gonna say all because that would be unjustified, but I do think there are some in various branches of military where you do have that difference of on the front line versus back line, paper push, all that stuff, and people could look down on it because it's one was basically in the heartbeat of the moment, right? When bullets are whizzing, you're on the go, and another person's drinking a gin back at the office, that sort of thing. If it's allowed, I don't know if that's allowed, but it's just
some people do it.
There's the flask right in the drawer,
always there.
But no, I just kind of would think that kind of stuff can happen. Those where you have people on the front line and the people on the back, because I know it's not true to form, right? It's more
well, there's definitely that rivalry, and there's inter branch rivalry.
Yeah,
where we'll throw shade Army will talk smack on Marine Corps, and Marine Corps will talk smack on Air Force. Vice versa, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what is we use as a bonding thing. We bully each other while we bond. Mm-hmm. But if a civilian walked up to there's an Army guy, a Marine, and an Air Force dude, and a civilian walks up and is like, "Oh, you guys are cocksuckers." And guess what? They're about to get jumped by 3 veterans, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the job, it doesn't matter the branch. We all signed on the dotted line, and we volunteered our lives for whatever reason. Some of us are just more badass and pick real jobs than others, and
yeah,
yeah,
and I know, and I can understand it, because I had the person was had on. It was they were talking about how before this point in time, like the different branches weren't so interconnected like they are now, like the information and all this stuff. It was a very different time, way back when. But nowadays, it seems like the information sharing is very interconnected with the various branches that make up the military in its whole kaleidoscope. But yeah, I can't imagine, at the end of the day that you guys are like, oh, like it duct tape says, band of brothers. Oh, bond of brothers. Sorry, I thought it said
Yeah,
band
the
of brothers. I was like,
same thing. Bond, band.
yeah. So,
Same.
but I mean, we had that show too called Band of Brothers. So there's that.
That was
as
a good
well.
ass show. That was a good movie too.
Yeah, I think it was with the movie was with like Tom Hanks. No, that was Saving Private Ryan. Never mind. I said I can't remember. I know it was a
Private
TV show.
Ryan. That's a good ass movie though. Saving Private Ryan. Chef's kiss to that movie.
Yeah, because well, obviously, of course, it had Tom Hanks and like Matt Damon in it, and had a few others.
It had Vince Vaughn in it. No, it didn't.
Vince Vaughn.
What was he?
No, I don't think Vince Vaughn.
No,
I don't think so. I think it was another guy. There's a story I saw where there was a guy who was playing a character, but like he had to get drug tested every day in order to continue to play that character. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Desiree. Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. I'm betting your show is over with. Roy, hey, how are you? And what was it? There was a story of Saving Private. I swear it was. I can't remember the guy's name though. That he had to take a drug test every day in order to continue to play the character he was playing. Otherwise, he would be let go. And where is all the? I don't want photos. Oh yeah, Vince. No, hey, look, Vin Diesel. No, Vince. I would think Vince Vaughn was in there too. Yeah, I think so. Hey, Kiss, how are you doing?
I really thought
Nice
Vince Vaughn was in Saving Private Ryan.
Well, I have sure, and it was 1998. It doesn't look like it. Oh, Tom Sizemore, that was the guy. But you have Vin Diesel, a whole bunch of others. But yeah, it doesn't look like. I think Vince Vaughn might have been in a different movie. But I'm trying to find. And oh, thank you, duct tape. Much approved. Well, hold on there. I gotta. Let me get that. So give me 1 second. Let's do 5 gifties. Teas from duct tape. What is it? 71. There we go. All right, there you go, good sir. Thank you so much for that. Oops. Right there. Hey, what up? What up? Nice to see you again, Miss Desiree. Hope you're doing well. We'll see you there. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like sub gift. The sub gift. It's so sub. Well, yeah, just you. I'm already following you on X. So.
It was Matt Damon. Matt Damon is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Matt Damon was Private Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Matt Damon.
But there was. Where is the?
Vince Vaughn. Oh, what a pendejo. That's on me, guys.
Yeah. Trivia. There was a story about. Oh, fudge that. Cameo Ted Danson. Nope. I swear there was a story about. Oh, there you go. There's love in the air. There's love in the air.
There's love in the air.
Got dinner ready. Well, I hope it's good dinner because you're gonna make my mouth water if you tell me what it is. I hope it's a roast. Please let it be a roast. No, I'm just joking.
It's a pot roast.
Pot roast, everybody. No, what was? Let's see. Trying to shoot. Let's see. Nope. Okay. There was a story. Saving Private Ryan, actor, drug test.
He's gonna find it.
I got it. Here we go.
I have faith in you.
Right. Let's see, man, you guys are awesome. All right, let's read this. For his role as Technical Sergeant Mike Horvath in the 1998 film Saving Private Ryan, actor Tom Sizemore was required by director Steven Spielberg to undergo daily drug tests throughout the 50-day shoot. That's days is like it's almost 2 months at that point.
Every day? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, here's the key details. Ultimatum. Spielberg mandated that if Sizemore failed even a single drug test, he would be immediately fired and all of his scenes would be reshot with a different actor. Outcome. Sizemore successfully stayed clean during production, passing all tests and delivering a critically acclaimed performance. Context. This strict condition was implemented because Sizemore was battling drug addiction at the time. So that's why.
Oh.
He later revealed that the threat of losing the role and facing the massive financial cost of reshoots was a primary motivator for his sobriety during filming. And then it says Sizemore struggled with addiction and legal issues involving drug tests and probation in years following the film, but his period of sobriety for Saving Private Ryan lasted for several years.
Dang. That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, no, I remember, I can't remember where I saw it, but I remember seeing that. I was like, so in order for this guy to keep going in a Steven Spielberg movie, nonetheless, like he had to take a drug test for 60 days in order to keep it. Every single day he was on set, he's like, up, you got a pee in a cup? You got a pee in a cup? Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. But yeah, what is... and Wikipedia. Oh, American military
That's
news.
crazy.
Nope, that
Well,
doesn't...
good for him. At least, hopefully, he stayed clean.
Well, no, it does say it lasted, like, the sobriety for Saving Private Ryan lasted several years. I'm trying to...
A meth addiction. Nice.
Okay, here we go. No, good. God, accept. Get out of my way. No, I don't... Oh, mother fudger. Gosh, go back. I tried to find a newspaper, but unfortunately, 61 after. Oh, that sucks. Radar. Wow. Oh, I can't show that. Oh, wow. I'll show this, but I can't show the other part.
Wow.
So yeah, he's already gone. Well, thank you, duct tape. Thank you so much. Hold on there. I gotta do another one.
Oh, Tom Sizemore is apparently dead.
Yeah, he's it says on there, Gifties, duct tape, 71. Well, thank you very much, duct tape. Thank you for all that. Much appreciated. On the way out again. All right, have a good one. See you later, duct tape. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here, actually. Anyway, let's see.
Nice to meet you, duct tape.
I am going to share this tab, and that will. There we go. Okay. So I'm not going to show the picture. Kind of like shows bits and pieces where he has the drugs in his hand. So I don't want to show that. But this says this was like January 21st, 2014. Was done by Radar staff. I don't know who the person was. But troubled actor Tom Sizemore insisted on Tuesday that he was a long sober, but he was having some. Might have some explaining to do after this one. In his second video to have been recorded in as many months, long troubled Saving Private Ryan star is caught on again. Crystal meth. Wow.
Nice.
And booze and drugs and so much more. Wow. That's crazy. 52 years old. Wow. I wonder.
I mean, he took that whole thing about, like, going out with hookers and blow a little too serious.
Is honorable. Yeah, he is honorable. Yes, I believe it's in there's a link tree in the description if you want to look up his link. It should be in there. It's my father. Sure, Fatal. Sure I am. I don't know who that person is. DT is the guy at the bar that says, I gotta run at 8 p.m. It says his final goodbye to the bartender at midnight. There you go. He's doing the Irish goodbye.
The Irish goodbye.
Yeah, the Irish goodbye. That's how I would see it. Let's switch back to that. I don't want to
Irish goodbye. I have not heard that saying or done that to somebody in so long. I
There we
think I'm gonna
go.
do that
Okay.
to somebody at work tomorrow.
Just say, so when are you leaving? I don't know. I just wanted to sit here, talk to you, and all this stuff. It's like, dude, it's been 20 minutes. Just go home.
Right?
Oh, goodness. All right. Here is the. Get in there. Thank goodness. Steven Spielberg spent his years. The screenwriter was inspired by nonfiction. So this is like the 20 facts you may not know about Private Ryan. Chris Morgan actually was done this year. Well, how about that? Look at that.
Oh,
So
look
thank
at
you.
that.
Yeah, thank you, Chris Morgan. The screenwriter was inspired by a nonfiction book. So the screenwriter, Robert Raddat, was given the book D-Day, June 6, 1944, The Climactic Battle of World War II. That's a long title by Stephen Ambrosia. In addition to being big book for colons, it also helped inspire Rodat. Along with the monument he saw to lives lost in various wars, there was a family, the Nillands, mentioned in Ambrosia's book that gave Rodat the hook about multiple sons from the same family in World War II. Interesting. Roy
Wait,
Wright says,
there's a big book about colons.
For a big book for colons, in addition to being a big book for colons, meaning like the two dots at the end of 1994 right here. That's what they probably mean is the colons.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just okay. So the infantry might be coming out right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought they were talking about colons, like
No, not those kind of not those. Today, class, we're gonna look what an actual colon looks like. Mr. Jefferson, would you mind coming in?
Oh shit!
It's about to. It's just Irish goodbyes, drinking your way to the door with everybody in place. Well, somebody was moving, everyone else was not. Spielberg was the first director approached for the movie. So Rodat pitched his idea to producer Mark Gordon, who pitched the idea to Paramount. There was no script at the time, but Paramount liked the idea and commissioned the script from Rodat. Once the script was finished, Spielberg and his agent read the script and liked it. Spielberg agreed to direct it, and no other director's name was ever attached. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow. We're gonna do an Owen Wilson here. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, everybody, I'm Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
Spielberg had an affinity for World War II stories, and I think he did Band of Brothers as well. I'm not.
I believe
too
he
sure.
did do Band of Brothers, and
Yeah.
he also do. He didn't do Pearl Harbor, did he? No, that was.
I'm not sure about that.
Let's see. I'll look that one up. Pearl Harbor.
For this one, number 3, Spielberg had an affinity for World War II. Prior to making Saving Private Ryan, Spielberg had already directed 1941 and Empire of the Sun and Schindler's List. So think of that. Spielberg directed Schindler's List.
That was a really good movie, though.
It was, but heck, even 2 of the Indiana Jones have World War II connections. Clearly, Spielberg had an interest in the subject. And aliens.
Aliens. Yeah, the
And
Nazis and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, the fourth one. Dr. Jones, it's just nice to see you again. Yeah. Roy says, kind of weird to think that in 1998 we were 53 years from the end of World War II, and today we're about the same from the end of Vietnam. Interesting. Well, and if you think
that is nuts.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, it's a long, long time ago, but it's still there for many. Weird thought. Yeah, weird thought indeed. The director had for number 4. Director had a specific plan for the cast. When casting his film, Spielberg said he wanted to cast actors who would look the part. Specifically, he believed that people during World War II looked different than people in the 90s. In short, Spielberg wanted the cast to match the faces I saw on the newsreel. Okay, so basically the videos they would show of people who've been in war and stuff. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, to make them look like old.
Yeah, rugged, old and rugged.
Old and rugged, because those veterans coming back from World War II,
yeah,
they looked rough, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. You especially for any war, really, for any war. That's why the term "so shocked" was such a thing, is because of that remark.
Well, not only that, but because shell shock was the common terminology before PTSD was a thing, and
Mm,
a battle fatigue, shell shock,
mm,
all of that, falls into PTSD before, anybody really cared about mental health.
mm. One, and just the factor of what war can do to somebody, especially for people who, yes, for people going in to fight for the country, there is a reason they give themselves, and it's to country, it's patriotism, obviously. But there's also a point of like the freedom to be able to live and protecting one's home from far away, right? The farther you
Right.
keep the enemy away from home, the better. But that usually ends up costing in blood, and blood is not such an easily replenishable thing, as we soon learn. Number five, this was the first collaboration between Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. These days, Spielberg and Hanks are tied together. In addition to their multiple films, they produced two World War TV shows together, Band of Brothers and the Pacific. Okay, so there's two right there.
I
Well,
think I've
hey,
seen the Pacific.
I've never heard of it. I know Band of Brothers was one, but the Pacific was something I've never heard of.
I think that was an HBO. It came on like it was like a mini series on HBO,
Yeah,
probably mid 2000, like 2010, maybe 2000,
yeah,
around that time frame, probably.
yeah. Because I remember Band of Brothers it had to be early 2000s when it came out, because I just remember seeing like it was on. Oh, what station was it on? I think it was HBO as well. Was Band of Brothers? I think that was HBO too. Um, Roy says World War II was particularly horrific in the levels of civil events. Not only that, but just think about the ending of World War II. What ended World War II? The atomic bombs, and the innocent people. And I'll see people will be can be quick to blame, like, all of Japan or whatever, and all that stuff for Germany. But you have to remember is that for the Nazis, the first country they invaded was their own. And then every other country after that. For Japan, I wouldn't think everyone agreed with their government of the remark they were doing. Again, there's a difference between government and the people. And so there were a lot of innocent people on both those ends. It doesn't excuse the remark of the bad people who did bad stuff, but it does kind of give context to, like, it's not pure gray, black or white. There is a grayness to it, and I think that's something that people forget, especially when you come to the point of the nuclear war, the nuclear race part of building the atomic bombs, and how many people, innocent people, died out of that because, hey, you needed to send a strong signal. You got it twice.
Message received.
Message
And the
received.
crazy part is after the first atomic bomb, nobody believed that actually happened. And then the second one got dropped, and they were like, "Oh shit,
Yep.
this is real life." Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's all those weird sort of things. Yeah, Roy has it here too. Is like history will look back on the 20th century as both one of the greatest and one of the most destructive centuries in all of human history. Well, we have to remember though is that history can get kind of muddled after a while, and so to say. I believe that will be part of the case, but I think part of the case too is that it'll be muddled, and people might misremember or be misinformed, or there might be something that's taken out of context, because it's just that's how history works. After a certain period of time, stuff gets forgotten and lost. People can change stuff and edit it. Like government, if you think you can trust your own government with history, any government really, then you are a huge, huge mistake to that regard.
I'd have to agree though that to a pretty large extent that the 20th century is both greatest and the most destructive. You've got every major world conflict and world war
Mm.
with mass casualties and millions of deaths
Oh yeah,
throughout the 20th century. So you got to, that's a lot.
yeah, millions.
And then the arms race and the space race, there's so many glory, like, great things that happen through technology and human growth through the 20th century, but oh my, the amount of destruction though
Yeah, amount
is
of destruction.
unreal.
Yeah, it's a weird thing of of when you go back to kind of look at it the best you can, you begin to see like it's not like there was a had to necessity to some point, but regardless, it still was a devastation in its own right, which is sort of a history lesson and a history reminder. With great wars came great advancements to make those wars. Well, yeah, and that's understandable. Like again, the atomic bomb came out of what was rumors of Germany maybe trying to go for it, and it's either you're the first one or they're the first one, and it doesn't make for a pretty sight, but it is what it is. But yeah, there's that. So number 6, Hanks wasn't a lock for the role. When making a movie on a grand scale, you can't merely settle on one actor you want and hope for the best. In addition to Hanks, Harrison Ford, Mel Gibson, and Pete Postlethwaite, I hope I don't say that. I can say that right. Postlethwaite were considered for the role of Captain Miller. Number 7, Matt Damon was definitely not the first choice for the titular role. Titular Private Ryan. I would have said for the role of Private Ryan. Rising star Edward Norton was the first choice for the role of Ryan, the soldier that Miller's entire squad is pressed into finding and saving so they can be sent home on account of the fact all his brothers have died in battle. However, he turned down the role for a larger starring role in American History X. Okay. Then they wanted Noah Wiley for the role, but he had to turn it down to his contract with ER, of course. Thus, Damon stepped into the role. So he was number 3. He was number 3.
Look, Matt. Look, Matt. You're not our first choice, but you're not our last. Hear me out, buddy.
Technically, he was their kind of their last if they chose him after.
Yeah.
Look,
That's funny.
Look, you're all we got. We tried Edward Norton. He said, "Can't. I'm taking this role being a skinhead." Another one says, "I'm taking this role being a doctor." We just said, "Where's Matt Damon?" And he's right there. So
Right there.
You go.
He's right there.
Here
I am.
Not rocking like a hurricane. Hey, Miss Susan, have a good one. And then Roy says 2 things that absolutely drive human advancement: wars for resources and the procreation that comes with those resources stay. Well, I mean, it wasn't just for resource. I mean, yeah, you could say those two, but I think resources, protection of home, keeping the enemy at bay. There were many different points of that in that regard. Hey, NGM. So it's not just those two. There was more than that, and you have the governments involved and all that stuff. It's a mess. It's a muddled mess. Number 8, some actors that would become much bigger in the future had roles in the movie. Hanks was already a big star, of course, Forrest Gump, but the rest of the cast was relatively star-free. That being said, you will definitely recognize some faces. Vin Diesel, all right, in the first feature film that he didn't write, is a private and a member of Hank's squad. Nathan Fillion has an even more minor role, and there is a brief appearance from Andrew Scott, perhaps best known as the hot priest from Fleabag. So there you go. Didn't know about that. Let's see. Fact number 9, one actor was on a short lease, and this is the one we were talking about. Tom Sizemore's problems are well known. While filming Saving Private Ryan, he was trying to kick a drug addiction that things were so severe Spielberg had him drug tested every day. He would have been recast on the spot if he had failed a test, which, to be honest, being on a Spielberg movie, you want to be on that. You want to be on a Spielberg movie, otherwise it's sort of like a very big missed opportunity.
Oh yeah, I mean Spielberg. What those top action directors would be? What, Michael Bay, Spielberg, and
now you have Christopher Nolan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
That one didn't last. I mean, he was for a time period, but his stuff was like he sort of disappeared into the void of time.
He really did.
Yeah, I think it was after after Signs or something like that. There was another one, but I can't remember.
King Kong. Didn't he do King Kong? He did King Kong, didn't he?
I don't think he did. But I mean, you have it's almost to a comparison. It's like with having Christopher Nolan, right? It's in the same vein as Christopher Nolan, where people want to, you hear these stars say, if Christopher Nolan calls, you just say yes. That's basically the saying they give. So there is that. What is that? Hey, Olo, wife time tonight, but giving a quick greetings and upvote. I hope everyone is well. Well, thank you for being here. Nice. Hope you have a nice time with the missus. Thank you for being here.
Oh, he
Uh,
did all of the Glass movies.
what? Oh,
M. Night.
yeah, he did the Glass. He did the what was the other one? Unbreakable was the other one.
Yeah, Glass, Unbreakable, Trap, Split.
Yep, yep. Working with the same actors, by the way. Fact number 10: the cast went through an intense boot camp. As is often the case with war movies, an intensive 10-day boot camp was implemented by the production for the cast. However, Spielberg did not do it to teach them proper military techniques. Instead, he told Roger Ebert he wanted them to respect what it was like to be a soldier. All right, there you go. Number 11, Damon was not included in the boot camp. While Damon did train before the film, he did not train alongside his castmates. This was an intentional decision by Spielberg. He did not want Damon to bond with the cast and wanted to create potential feeling of resentment in the actors playing Captain Miller's squad. This was to reflect the way the squad felt toward Private Miller in the film, or Private Ryan in the film. Yeah, makes sense.
Huh. That does make sense. That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah. The leader of the boot camp had a small role in the movie. Fact 12, Marine veteran Dale Dye and his company Warriors Inc. were the ones who handled the training for the cast of Saving Private Ryan. This was not all he did for the movie. Dye plays an unnamed War Department colonel in the film. Oh, there you go. So an actual Marine veteran played a department colonel in the movie. Nice. D-Day sequence was an immense undertaking, I can imagine. The showpiece of Saving Private Ryan is the landing at Omaha Beach, Normandy for the D-Day scene. It's the movie's second scene and lasts a full 20 minutes. Jeez.
Yeah, it is a long scene.
Oh my gosh. Spielberg searched high and wide for a beach that could replicate Omaha and ended up at Ballinesker Beach in
You put
Ireland.
your balls in what?
Yeah, ball. This cost $12 million. Used over 1,500 extras. What the fudge?
Oh my god!
$12 million and 1,500 extras
For
just
one scene?
for 20 minutes of one scene. Yep.
That's nuts. I mean, if you put that into perspective, the U.S. government probably spent 7 times that in 20 minutes in the real D-Day.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Number 14, and yet it was still chaotic in many ways. Despite all the money spent and extras hired, Spielberg did not plan the Omaha Beach landing to a T. Spielberg didn't even storyboard the scene. He said he wanted spontaneous reactions and let the action inspire his camera shots, not the other way around. So basically, guys, you're being
organized chaos.
Yeah, you're being fired at. You're running toward the beach and action.
Action. Organized chaos.
Oh my goodness.
I like it.
Have a good one, Roy. See you later. Have a good one. See you next time. The film was purposely desaturated. 15. Spielberg and cinematographer Janusz Kaminski were really into the whole newsreel thing. That's how they wanted the whole movie to look. They didn't want a bright, colorful film about the war in 1940s. Kaminski removed a protective coating from the camera lenses to change how light would react with the camera so that the film would look more like footage from the 40s. Okay, so that's why it has that color grading
that
look.
sepia toned loving.
Yeah, it makes it old timey. Hey, Olo got a gift. And Olo says Vielen Danke Sar. Oh, I think that's German. I'm not too sure. Saving Private Ryan was all too real to some veterans. Number 16. Critics loved Saving Private Ryan, and the movie was lauded for its veracity. However, the realism and intensity did not sit well with everybody. Many World War II veterans said it was the most realistic depiction of the war they'd ever seen, but many veterans also had to leave theaters during the D-Day scene due to PTSD reactions, which is understandable.
Yeah,
right?
That's the reason why I won't watch American Sniper.
Oh, was it Chris Kyle?
Chris Kyle? Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's crazy. Number 17, despite the intensity, the movie was a huge success. Saving Private Ryan opened atop the US box office and remained the top film in the country for 4 weeks, so a month. By the end of its run, it made $216.5 million in the United States and Canada and $481.8 million worldwide. It was the highest grossing film in the United States and second highest grossing movie worldwide.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Now you think about it this way, right? That kind of number right there. Nowadays they spend that much amount for just a movie alone.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that is so true.
Oh man, you say the 16 million for the 1,500 private extras was this wasn't that much, but like even now, 50 million for a movie, and
I wonder what it costs for the average cost for a major box office movie now.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting. It probably costs a lot more than it did back then. The movie was number 18. The movie was an Oscar success, but on the wrong side of a surprise. Saving Private Ryan was nominated for 11 Academy Awards and won 5. They were more on the technical side, but Spielberg did take home his second Best Director award. However, in what was a huge upset, Saving Private Ryan did not win Best Picture. That went to Shakespeare in Love.
I've never even heard of that fucking movie.
I believe it had, what was her name? Gwyneth Paltrow in it. Yeah, I believe it had Gwyneth Paltrow in it. But I can't remember the rest. Number 19, even Academy members regret that Best Picture decision. In 2015, some Academy members were polled and asked about past controversial Best Picture choices, stuff like saying they would have taken Brokeback Mountain over Crash. In that poll, Academy voters said that given a second chance, they would vote Saving Private Ryan as Best Picture of 1998. There you go. And the last fact, of course, is Saving Private Ryan was briefly a Veterans Day staple. In 3 different years, 2001, 2, and 4, ABC aired Saving Private Ryan on Veterans Day. Not only that, they aired it uncut and with limited commercial interruptions. That meant keeping the violence and language intact. The reason 2004 might have been the final year is that's 2 that's in one go. What is this? A year, a lot of ABC stations decided to preempt airing of the film. That speculation is that they were afraid of being fined for language by the FCC in the wake of that year's Super Bowl halftime show controversy surrounding Justin Timberlake.
Janet Jackson's titty popped out.
That's right, but it did look intentional by Timberlake. It did look like he was tearing it off on purpose. So there you have that. While no complaints were filed and no fines were levied, Saving Private Ryan was no longer a Veterans Day screening after that. Well, that sucks.
It's a good thing I got that shit on probably VHS and DVD.
Yeah, there you go. But no, it's just after that factor of the actor Tom Sizemore and have to be clean every day in order to be on that movie. Like that's that. Like again, being in a Spielberg movie nowadays or being in a Spielberg movie back then, and even now is sort of like being an actor who wants to be on a Christopher Nolan movie. Like when he asks for you, you say yes because that's a monument, and that's not like every movie that Spielberg has done is the greatest.
No, that's true because some of his movies have been kind of floppy.
I think his previous his recent movie Disclosure Day is something in its own way, but
something in its own way. That's a very nice way of saying it.
Let's just leave it at that. I don't think we need to go any further. He says he hates Steven Spielberg. No. What I said was that it was a movie for its time, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. It was perfect for the time.
Oh my goodness!
What up, easy?
But yeah. Hey, Bright Gaming, nice to see you. Good sir, a lot of you people, nice to see you here. But anyway, it is getting to the top of the hour, good sir. And what happens is that I set aside some time for me and my guests to promote our stuff, whether they're a creator or not. It doesn't matter. It just, if they have something they want to say, they can say it. But I did find, of course, your stuff. So if you want to promote your stuff your way, the floor is yours.
Ooh, appreciate that. So we lately we got going. We're grinding in Farlight. We're a Farlight creator. If you don't know what Farlight 84 is, you should go check it out. Use my creator code. It's the same thing as my name that's down there, Heathen_Streamz. We've been grinding on that a lot lately. Nothing crazy going on. We will be moving into our official stream studio here in the next couple of weeks. And we'll have some IRL podcasts going on with some special guests. We're going to get some people out here to our studio for some really cool podcasts.
Nice.
Got a lot of cool stuff planned.
Nice. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, all his links are in there right there, his link tree. So if you want to find out where else the Heathen is at, well, that's probably the best place to start. Otherwise, you just listen for his voice. That probably is a good one too.
Yeah. Just listen. Follow me.
Listen, guys, I know you're in the chat, but please look at my link. It's right there. Yeah,
it's right there. It's at the bottom. Click it. Click it.
Yeah, just like, hey, I'll keep doing this more if you guys keep looking at my link. All right, just keep.
Yeah, if you like the ASMR, we'll just keep doing it. Just click the link. I'll stop if
you just do the rest of the show. And so I was telling her she's not very good looking at all. But she threw like a brick at me and it was not pretty.
I said, ouch, what the hell was that for? That's where she had a great smile.
Then people are like, why are they whispering? Why are you guys whispering? We're not whispering at all. It's just your hearing is low. Anyway.
Turn your volume up. Sit there clicking on the side.
My volume's all the way up. You guys are still very low. What is he saying? I can't hear him. What is he saying? Oh, man. Oh, just mess them up. But no, again, his links will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. Now, I do post them to the other places I stream to, but they're very ephemeral, meaning they disappear after a while. So if you find it on Rumble or YouTube, it's a little more permanent. So there you go for that. And of course, for my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side or any other places I stream to, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor, because that's what I call it. Otherwise, I'll be doing like the YouTube stuff, right? Share, like, and subscribe. Come on, guys, what up? I do the whole engagement factor. So yeah, any help with the engagement factor on any of those ends is much appreciated, because not only does it help in being seen more, like a majority of content creators want to be, but also helps having other people on, like Heathen, like let's see, like Sergeant Wilkie, like Erconda, like so many other people who military, different branches, all that sort of stuff. I've had on gamers to knitters, a whole assortment of thing, over 365 various guests, and that ladder is still climbing. So, but yeah, any help with the engagement factor helps in that. So there you go. And my links are here. If you want to know where else you fun, right in there, just click it good. You know you want it. You know you should click it.
Right? I got my oldest. She walks around doing click, like, and subscribe.
Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you clicking the clock, like, and subscribe? It's like, Daddy's got it. Don't worry about it. Daddy's got it. Dad, you're not clicking the thing, Dad.
You're not clicking it. Click it.
It's like, click it harder. But that is my link stuff right there. All the stuff, all my stuff is in there. So if you want to be able to find like Rumble, YouTube, it helps. It helps when you have all your links in one place, because I've seen a lot of people, they do like this whole laundry list of links. And I'm like, no. I just can't do it. Otherwise, I'm like, your description is that long, and then your list of links is that long. So it's like, I read that, and I've got to read more of that. So
Yes,
longer than.
that's
Okay.
annoying.
Yeah, it is. It's like reading the EULA. After a while, you're just like, I'm clicking agree. I ain't reading this crap.
Right, you're
I ain't
just
reading
sitting there
anything
trying to
else.
scroll to the bottom so you can get past it already. I just want to get to
What
the
was
good
it?
shit.
Where does it say it's signed in again? Oh, never. Oh, okay. But yeah, link all my stuff is in there. But there are a few things that I do promote. I use them in very different ways. And thank you, Noah, for being here. Much appreciated. But the first one, of course, is Proton. This one is about Proton VPN, but I do use Proton in its many different facets, drive, pass, all that sort of stuff. And I have promoted as such because I believe in what they're doing and they believe in privacy as a human right. But for those that don't know, Proton VPN, you could say like any VPN, there's a free version and a paid version. But you get a little more with the paid version. I will say though, I am using Proton VPN right now while I am in streaming. So there you go for that. If it's like any cause, because before I even to look up like would VPN mess with streaming or whatever, usually the answer was yes. But I'm like, that answer is not true. Because I'm using the VPN right now. So if you want to know more about for a Proton VPN, there's a link right there. Again, don't care if you make a free account, paid account, it doesn't matter. What matters is that this tool is in your hands and that you can use it to better protect your stuff. And that's the point. More for your benefit than mine, and that's the way I like to have it because you guys deserve a little more privacy in a day and age where everyone wants your data and it gets sold out there and all that stuff by data brokers and whatnot. So there's that. And of course, thank you for that, Neuro. Of course, I also is Biltong USA. I've actually got to have on the gentleman. His name is Anton, who runs it with his wife in Sunset, Texas. So if you're near there, it's a good place to go in on the physical part. But if you can't go to the physical part, you can go to the online store and order Biltong, which is a South African snack that is air dried cured meat. You can go there. You can see what Biltong is. They have sweets and treats from the UK. You can even order toiletries from there as well. So there you go for that. But yeah, it's a really great product. I've had Biltong, but my wallet doesn't always agree with me, so I can't always get it. So there is that. But you can also use code DAR to save yourself 10%. That's right, big old 10. That's right, 10%. 10% is better than no percent. All right. So go on over there, give it a look, and help support an American-made business. Because I swear, a few years ago, people were clamoring for more American-made businesses. They were like, "Please, more American-made stuff and all that." There you go. So thank you for that. But that's all my stuff that I promote. But yeah, I just promote it I use them different ways. I promote them for benefit of others rather than for myself. Because to be honest, I'm not like regular content creators in the sense of like you see them do like the sponsorship videos and whatnot. Like
All of those
I would.
reading a whole script and everything.
Yeah, I would love to order more Neuro, but like my wallet says no, so I can't. So I have to look at a picture to be satisfied. Ugh, it's awful. No, but it's like when I go to YouTube, right? Because I still watch plenty of videos on YouTube. You can tell when they're going to go in a sponsorship video. Like even before they even like sometimes they'll promote at the beginning of the video saying this is what's coming, but we'll come back to it later. But as the video goes on, when it's going to start because you hear them ramping up for like this product. It's like, hold on a second, here comes the sponsorship. It's like ExpressVPN or NordVPN or some sort of action. It's like, I don't care. I just don't care. I get it. I get why you're doing it, but can we just get to the video of what you're trying to make? And so that's why that's why I don't feel like I'm like every other content creator because it's such a. I was talking about this yesterday too. It's such a fantastic and out of this world sort of thing. Still being a content creator, and like, so you've been doing this for a while, but like, I mean, what has been your viewpoint in being a content creator? Like you said, you started what, like 2019, 2020?
Yeah, like 2019, 2020. I think I got my first PC in January, I think. January, February of 2019.
Wow.
And then I started, playing GTA. I
Mm-hmm.
got Call of Duty and was playing that. And I had a buddy at the time who was streaming, and I was like, I had a Twitch. I had Justin TV back before Twitch, so
Yeah.
I wasn't new to like streaming. Like I knew what it was, just
Mm-hmm.
didn't do it or knew how to do it. But I had a buddy that was streaming on Twitch and kind of asked him and started poking around and then figured out it was a lot easier than I thought it was. And
Mm-hmm.
then I just started streaming when I was playing. Um, I was actually streaming full time there for for a while I was living in Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Definitely wasn't doing it for the money or anything to start with, but
Mm-hmm.
I say to start with because, like I said, I ended up going full time and I quit my job that I was working doing ADOS repair on like newer vehicles, and
Oh.
I stopped doing that and just streamed full time. Was going to different tournaments. Went to the esports arena in Las Vegas and played in a bunch of Call of Duty tournaments, and that's kind of where I made my bread and butter there for a while. It was Call of Duty, and then they started allowing cheaters into the game and inviting known cheaters to their sanctioned tournaments, and I was kind of
Mm-hmm.
turned off from Call of Duty at that point. But
Yeah.
um, I got pretty big playing Fortnite there for a while. But
Nice.
yeah, that's kind of where I started. I took a year hiatus, and family and we sold our house in Vegas and traveled 22,000 miles in like 6 months, and
Wow.
had a cool little cross country trip. And once I settled back down, I kind of restarted and basically rebuilding what I let die after a year of not doing anything with it. Just kind of, I gave up everything and, starting fresh basically.
Yeah, which is understandable. Like at times, it feels better to walk away because I think a lot of people have different reasons of why they go and start doing this thing. It could be easily as they were inspired by their content creator they were following. They could have been inspired by a hobby or something like that what they were doing and wanted to share. Like there's various different reasons why people get involved, but I do think to a degree, um, once that monetization became part of it, I do think that yeah, it's a content creation is you can make a full time out of it. You can make it a business out of it, which is fine. It's just another addition. But I do think like it's sort of become this mixed bag of people making it for that regard or more or less or a hobby or more or less. It's so wide and varied, but it is very saturated for the
Oh, it's
regard of.
so saturated now. I've said that. I was at DreamHack in Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
in May, and I had a conversation with a couple other creators there, and streaming in 2026 and content creating now in 2026 is not the same and not nearly as easy as it was in 2018, 2019. I mean, going into that area, that's peak COVID and everything. Everybody and their mama was at home with
Mm-hmm.
stipend money to spend on Twitch, so everybody was getting subs, and it was really cool. But I think the saturation of the streamers that are people think it's going to be easy, and they just jump right into it thinking it's going to be easy, and basically doing it for the subs, and
Mm-hmm.
they think it's going to be a cakewalk until they start doing it, and they sit and by themselves with zero chatters for 3.5 hours talking to themselves.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's a growing pain for us all. That's where we all got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and I just see it as that regard of you come to a point where people are really chasing a niche of a niche of a niche of a niche, and while there is a form of like competition, whether it be with self or with others, to improve your stuff, whatever, there's only so much reach that it can go to before you're reaching into this field of like high production, high value, and you're making your own little station team, like a small TV station team, and then you're trying to create more production and all this stuff, and it becomes a business one, and it's fine if that's what people want to take. But for me, it's just like there's a part of self improvement, and there's a part of where it becomes sort of like a race to the bottom, basically,
Right.
if that makes sense, because
No.
that's it's just how it appears to me. It's like both ways, and people probably tell me I'm wrong, but whatever. I talk to myself all the time. I just know no one's. Hey, well, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm right there. But I mean, but it's just I don't know. It just feels like it's one of those factors where, like, you're right. There's a difficulty part to it, but I also don't think it's all hard either. I think the difficulty of content creation is based upon your part into it, because whatever you're going for decides the factor of difficulty, right? Like it's not
Right.
a straight shot. It's not a straight shot hard or a straight shot easy. It's more of like, what are you going for? Why you want to do it? And what's the work you want to put into it? Because I think that's the deciding factor of hard, and it's basically becomes a marathon. And I think I don't know. I don't know. I'm just here. I'm like I'm like the guy in the outskirts. People like know, like I don't know about that guy. I think something's wrong.
Is he watching me?
And stop looking at me like that. I don't know. I've just been in this for what was it? 20 May 2023 is when I started posting videos, just recorded videos. So it's probably been a little over 3 years since starting to do this. But I'm like, I still feel like an outsider to it just because of the whole of it, right? Because it doesn't matter the platform, like the whole of content creation, it's content creation fear and all that's within it, and all these things, people telling you this is what you got to do, or if you ask, right, there are people willing to give some information, but like on the general scale, it is such a wide and varied sort of thing, and I'm just kind of like I'm here. Does that mean I'm successful or not? And I think at a certain point, people have to define their own success rather than relying on someone else, unless they want that feedback, unless they want something else about what if they're successful or not. And I think that's the thing that has to be taken into consideration. Where you're saying hard or easy, I'm saying, are you successful or not? And is it more based upon you, or is it more based upon what someone else sees?
Right. No, that makes 100%. Like, no, I get that.
So, but I mean, for you, like,
I say it's hard because it's like you were saying, you get what you put into it,
mm,
and I say it's hard because like I have a family. I'm always
yeah,
I have certain nights that I stream on, and then I have my nights for editing, and I have a video that's at least Monday through Saturday. There's a new
mm,
short up on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok every day. So, I keep everything fluid, and you got to stay on top of it. If you don't stay on top of it, then it's like a snowball effect. It all just crumbles.
it's funny when I think about it, right? People, they trade they talk about like, oh, it's so much better than 9 to 5, and all that stuff, right? But you just trade one desk, well, depending on what you do, like you just trade one position for another, and it's basically not much different except the people you have to uh
You
what's the
know, it's
word?
the lack of authority above you. That's honestly, at the end of the day, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, doing it yourself means it requires more of it. And it's just like you, for your full time, you got a family and all that stuff. and you're your own boss, but that's the other part of it too, is like if the bills don't get paid like that, because and there are plenty of them,
Yeah,
especially if you
that's
don't
for
own them.
damn sure.
You own your own home, you got to pay for the car insurance. Like, it's a funny thing too, is when people are like
Car
about
insurance ain't
cars.
cheap no more. Oh my
Oh yeah,
god. That's
depending on the
because you know
car.
why car insurance ain't cheap? It's
Why
because
is that?
nobody knows how to drive anymore. I noticed a trend, and I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, but
Mm,
I noticed a trend when they stopped teaching people how to use a manual transmission. Car
mm,
insurance started going up, and people started driving like shit.
it gets worse when winter comes around.
Fact. And I live in the mountains.
Oh man. So they call you Mountain Man? Yeah, is that what you're trying to say?
I am a heathen.
Mm,
You see? You see multiple aspects. It's a play for everything. The studio that I built outside is a little cabin. So it's
mhm.
like, I've got my little hobbit hole and everything.
Hey, can you get out of that, heathen? Hold on. Uh, son of a bitch, help! Someone get the Crisco.
I feel like
Um.
Pooh Bear.
Oh goodness. Oh bother. Just want some more honey.
Exactly.
But no, yeah, it's certainly a beast in its own right, and it's not like I'm speaking of like a piece of authority. I'm speaking more of like um experience of um just my experience of being in this thing, because I think there's a lot of things that people go in and don't expect, or there's a lot of things people need to understand when going in. They may not experience it, but I do think that being prepared for such things, like, I think one of the big things that is an issue in its own right, because of just of how interconnected the social media aspect is basically I want to say the intra drama relationships that are part of the business end of content creation. Well, it may not even if you don't consider business, it's just the intra intrapersonal relationships within the content creator field, whether it be within the same platform or beyond. That whole thing right there is sort of like a a shrinking down of what is on a bigger scale beyond the internet, right? They say the internet isn't real life, and yet it can still affect real life. So there's kind of that conundrum right there too, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I've seen that, and I'm just like,
Or people take things way too serious. People actually saying whatever. I mean, I know, and this is coming from me. Okay,
right.
I speak my mind,
Mm-hmm.
but when I speak my mind, 99.9% of the time, I have fact behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just speaking just to talk out my ass. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
yeah, I know I have been known to stir the pot quite some bit, but where have I lied?
Where have I lied today with you about that?
Where?
No, and I get that, because I think when you have the facts on your side, there's that too. But it does become this sort of I mean, it falls back down to this tribalistic nature of things, and that's why I have a very difference of opinion when people start using the word family in that kind of regard, like family, like a platform or whatever, because when when you start calling a platform family, or a group of people that you've built on that regard, I tend to get reeled back to seeing those sort of social dynamics that you can see pretty quickly you know on Twitter X or any other social media, because it just exists in that regard. And of course, maybe the algorithm is showing you that too. But on the regard of that, um, I just think there can be a bit of a trap with it. It's not trying to say everyone is your enemy, but you need to be cautious,
Right.
right?
100,000%.
Like
Yes.
Heathen here. He's like he's got like a mallet. No, he's got like a big old what is that? Big old hammer in his hand. He's like fudge that, and he just goes whacking people down, metaphorically. But for other people,
Metaphorically. Disclosure. Metaphorically.
metaphorically, because
We
we're
don't condone
discussing ideas.
violence.
We're discussing ideas here and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
that has to be put there in the sense, because sometimes people are like, what does he mean by that? It's called a metaphor. Do you know what a metaphor is? He's not actually doing it, but in a metaphorical way to give you a visual. That's how you see it. There's a point of view where you don't care and you're able to stand on your own two legs. Part of it being your personality, but part of it being your military part of it as well. Right? So those kind of work together. But you bring in people who don't have any of that regard, whether the personality or not, and they could get swamped. They can get swamped, which is crazy. But like from your end, what have been some examples of where you've been like, I don't know about that sort of thing?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, you've been doing the content creation thing for quite some time. So you've had to have at least some experiences in your own right where you've experienced like maybe a form of backstabbing, or maybe some sort of, I don't know, just form of the what you see out there now. Like, what has been your experience so far in content creation, on that social dynamic part of it?
Well, I mean, I keep going back to it because if you don't want the drama and you reap what you sow, and I stir the pot, so I get a lot of heat and a lot of drama. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
It again, you reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's wild how it still blows my mind to this day, because I've had several instances.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's wild how brands will literally drop creators for defending themselves or speaking their mind. A brand will say, "Oh, free speech this. Oh, we don't control our creators," but then you get targeted on a social media platform and you defend yourself. That then you start, really metaphorically making these people cry.
Yeah.
I've never been in an instance where I've called somebody out so many times for blocking me that they've unblocked me just so I can continue calling them out for other crap. Like, I don't know if they were dropped on their head or, but if I'd already, like, putting the shoe on the other foot, if I've already blocked somebody, I would have, stopped, talking smack. Or if you block somebody, let it go. You don't block somebody and then comment on their shit, talking shit. Like, that's just not how it works. And, how you got to be careful. If you want to work with a brand, you got to pick what's important, defending yourself or working with a brand sometimes. And I'm a firm believer in, I'll burn a bridge that I'm standing on just to remind people that I can swim. It is what it is. Brands don't, honestly, for me personally, brands as a whole don't mean anything to me. They don't pay my bills. Most of the time, brands are just there for free advertising, free marketing, free exposure. They don't give you shit in return. I've never been upset by a brand dropping me, but I think it's ironic how a military themed organization, brand, whatever you want to call them, drops a creator for calling out somebody basically stolen valor. It's ironic. It's weird. I don't know. But hey, more power to them.
Would that be something similar to like sponsorships? Would that be in the same regard?
1,000%.
Okay.
My recommendation for anybody out there that would be looking to get into content creation, don't entertain sponsorships. They don't mean anything unless they're giving you product and there's a value exchange there.
Mm-hmm.
Affiliations are a complete waste of time. Don't even waste your time doing an affiliation with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Partnerships are pretty great as long as, again, it's mutually agreeing. And honestly, I wouldn't do a partnership if there wasn't a decent monetary value to it.
Right.
Like, if you're not giving me free product every time that I do a video or free product every time I do something,
Mm-hmm.
it's just not working. I'm not
Yeah.
going to give you free advertising and free exposure when you can't even repost repost a clip or repost that. Like, it's just not happening.
Yeah.
You really got to put yourself first before brands
Yeah.
as a whole, to be honest.
Well, and you're speaking from someone who is doing it full time and has a family kind of on that part of it. So you have to be like, it has to make money. Like it has to be an exchange of like, I do this, you do that. That's how this contract's gonna work, sort of a deal, right?
Exactly.
And it's funny. It's funny to hear that because I mean, I didn't. I the thing with Proton is basically because I use Proton. I mean, I pay to use Proton, of course, and I am part of their partner program. But I promote it on the basis of there's this tool here that I use on a daily basis, and while I do pay for it, they do have free versions of their stuff. And of course, it's always there's a limiting factor to it because paid versus free and all that. But I truly do believe in what they're trying to do, and I do want to give people a sense of being able to use these tools for better privacy rather than just leaving it to the wind, right? Because I saw it was like a month or two back where people were getting their accounts hijacked on X, right? And
Yeah.
you
It
get like
was
a DM. Yeah, you get a DM like saying, "Oh, you've helped me win this." Was it like a contest for a podcaster?
yeah, it was that going around, and then there was another one says, "Oops, I've accidentally reported your account. I need
Yeah.
you to go to this link to verify blah XYZ." Yeah,
Mm-mm.
like
Mm-mm.
report me. I used to reply. I'm glad you reported me. Thank you. Report me.
Why does it matter if you reported me? Why I had that happen to me on Discord once. It's like,
Right?
like, why would you? What's the? Why are you? What is this? And so that's where because I use when that kind of stuff comes up, if I don't know about it, but it sounds fishy, that's where I kind of run it through Claude, and then kind of like, does this look spammy? Does this look scammy? And it will give me the telltale signs of like, yeah, this looks like that, or Grok or whatever if you have access to it. But yeah, it was just like when that happened, I was promoting Proton Pass because people need to start having like with X. If you lose your account on X, it's more than likely you're not going to get that account back at
Oh,
all.
at all. Period.
Yeah,
They shut
so
that shit down.
support is almost non-existent on X in that regard. At least from the people I try to see get support, it's like almost impossible. And it's crazy, but like just pushing something that you can make a free account for. It keeps your passwords safe. You can add 2FA. You can do passkey with it. All that stuff. That's why I did it. I don't care. I don't care to get anything in return for it. I just want to give these people this tool because it's no joke when it happens to you. So why wait until it happens to you?
Right. That's why I use delete me. I heard Fat Electrician promoting delete me during one of his things, and like, oh, let me look into delete me. And it's not a VPN, but it's one of those things where, like all of the online free shit where you sign up and then you get the free shit for whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in their terms, they're selling your shit. And
Yeah.
that's when you notice more robocallers. Well, delete me will go through there and delete all of that. They will send like letters to these companies that have all of your information and make them delete it. And they'll go through and monitor it and make sure. And I haven't gotten a robocall in months. Like it's
Yeah,
completely stopped.
I haven't gotten one either, but it's mostly turned into texts. It's mostly
I don't
turned
get
into
those
like
either.
text. Yeah, it's crazy. But what was that? It
AI
just
is trying to get
uh,
smart. That's what it is.
well, it's the scammers too, because the majority of these scammers are from like Africa and India and all that stuff. It's
Oh,
crazy.
have you ever seen that scam buster guy? Or
Payback scam, scammer payback
something
is
like
the channel I
that.
know of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Listen, I know you're in XYZ province in India. You're in
yeah,
this building." And then
Calcutta. Yep,
yeah, Calcutta, yeah. Uh-huh. That's
yeah.
crazy.
That
That dude I
scammer. Go ahead.
that dude
Sorry.
used to just blow my mind how he would get those scammers panicked.
Yeah,
That was crazy. Yeah.
it's pretty awesome, and it's also a helpful thing too, because like there were stories I heard where, and that was Pierogi that runs that group is Scammer Payback. But one of the stories he told was like it was like a 70-year-ish old man, and I think he was lived in the rural area, probably a farmer, and I believe he said the gentleman's wife had either recently died or had passed a while ago, and the scammer. Now there were some things they couldn't touch, by the way. The scammers couldn't, but the scammers got like 70K out of this old guy.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah, 70K, and
Oh my god. Poor
there was
guy.
it was a great thing that he had some things that couldn't be touched, but at the end of the day, they took 70K, and they do this for pretty much like you think it's just old people. There were some young people examples too where they got hijacked or not hijacked, but they got taken advantage of, and like these people will push all this stuff and people don't know the difference, right? They think, oh, they work for this company. It's like, well, you might want to recheck that one.
Right?
So
That's like the IR that's like the biggest scam for the longest time was getting phone calls from the IRS.
mhm.
The IRS will never call you. You'll get a letter.
Not only that, but they will work with you if you're reasonable, right? Like I don't know all this stuff or whatever, but like if you're pretty reasonable, you're not trying to hide anything, whatever, they will work with you. I mean, it's not like they're evil, bad people, but I mean,
No.
IRS, for many, the IRS shouldn't exist, but that's a story for another time.
Taxation is
But
theft.
yeah, we'll keep saying that, and it'll still keep being there unless people rise up for it. But anyway, here's the website you were talking about. Delete me.
Oh
This is
yeah.
the one. Yeah, and I don't. It doesn't have any pricing or anything, so I don't know if like they charge. But this
It's
is what
like
they do.
it's like $6.99 a month overall. You end up buying like yearly plans, but it ends up being like $6.99 or something like that a month.
Yeah, and yeah, data broken to get more stuff. It's like having Proton Mail, right? That's part of Proton. Like if you have do the paid version, they have a program called the Sentinel program, and any email you attach to the Sentinel program, it will watch to make sure that like nothing's broken or whatever. And if
Mm-hmm.
something happens, it will alert you that hey, something's happened here, and the bust and all that stuff, and usually that's the best time to go change your passwords and all that. But if it's
Oh,
Proton, it's
cool.
usually kept safe. But like it has happened a few times where it will say like, oh, this thing has happened or whatever. But the last time it happened, it was like it was like my Proton Mail email, and it was just like, well, and they'll put it underneath like if it's your Proton, if it's your Proton email that's in whatever, basically you're fine. But you can use also something called an alias email too, which is it's not your actual email, but it's accepted, and it will direct you back to your actual email address. So if something happens with the company that you've used that alias email address for, you can basically just cut them off and not get anything from them anymore.
Oh, that's pretty legit.
Yeah, pretty basic, pretty simple. But yeah, no, this is a pretty good tool. Oh, here we go. We got pricing. Oh, here we go. So you got one person, 2 years. Oh, so they don't do it by month; they do it by year.
Yeah, it's a yearly thing. They don't do it by the month.
That sucks. But one person's like $10.75 a month or $129 a year. Two people, I'll just do the one. But like, so that's the cost. So there you go. But I mean, it looks like it's a pretty good ordeal. If you want to get your stuff offline. But
it does completely like yoink your stuff offline.
That's pretty awesome. But yeah, I think people. I think it's best to do prevention more than that. Like you want to do your part in like setting up your stuff so it doesn't get like, even if it gets leaked. That's why I use Proton. People use whatever else they want to use. I just promote it for that factor. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things where prevention is better than having to like too late factor. Because once it's too late, it's like no. So, but yeah, definitely keep yourself protected, and for goodness sake, make sure your passwords aren't just password one.
Right.
What was your password? It was cat. Seriously? It was cat?
It's password. The S's are money signs.
money. I wonder if, because gifs are pretty, gifs are like all over. Like people use gifs on the daily. I wonder if one day you could use a gif as sort of like a I don't know, some sort of security thing. Like that would be interesting, using a gif, but it'd have to be.
How could that even work?
You would have to. You would have to be your GIF. You would have to be making a GIF of yourself, right?
Right.
And then you would. I don't know. I guess it would be like sort of like biometric in a sense. Just like within thinking of the idea, right? Like how if you were to use a GIF as sort of like helping with privacy and protecting yourself, how would you use it? Well, I would think it's like a form of biometric. Maybe you'd use like it as a biometric. Oh, you know the thing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Neuro.
Or how like some of those captchas, you got to like pick
true.
the image.
Yeah,
you got to pick the GIF
too. Oh, that's probably how you do it too. You'd have to be like, you have to do the same sort of. Now it have to be one people could do, but you would have to follow the GIF. Like you would have to like make the same reaction.
Oh, inside the GIF. Yeah,
mimic the GIF.
Mimic the GIF.
Mimic the GIF.
That might be a good idea.
You would have to. Now it'd have to be. You'd have to do it in a way that people could do it. Like it's possible for someone to do it, but it's still hard enough that you have to get it just right. Right. Like,
right.
It has like there's leeway. There's leeway on both ends. Like it doesn't have to be just exact because that would be impossible. But you could just like within a certain range, and then you're good. So that's how I'd see it. It's like
but it would have to be something only you could do.
Yeah, so that would be an interesting thing is like if you do like a capture, like you said, but it would be like mimic the GIF, and people have to follow. I know it's kind of outrageous, but you have to think of it this way, right? Like biometrics now are used for opening your phone and all that stuff if you activate it. But like, why wouldn't you use something in that regard as sort of like,
like security?
And like an extra piece of security? Because I mean, to me, it makes sense, right? Like. It'd be a weird thing to do, but it's still like a possibility, right?
I mean, yes.
Oh my goodness. And Olo says, read data brokers. Odd how most of those complaining about flock cameras don't care or attack me for pointing out that most of the apps they use are spying on them. That is true. Or websites. Remember that. That's why people don't know is that there are trackers within websites like YouTube, for example, and that's why I use Brave, because now I'm no longer getting tracked by Google or VPN. Like I use the VPN.
I'm screwed. I have a Google phone, so I'm always
Android.
getting tracked by Google.
Yeah, Android. But you can also have Brave as a browser, and that would help a bit. But that's a difference of opinion right there. No, but it's true though. It's an interesting thing. They don't talk cameras, but about their phones is a different thing. And I know I've been seeing stuff like the Graphene OS. Like I've been seeing that like out there. But the problem with Graphene OS is that you have to sideload it into an Android phone. Not everyone's going to go for an Android phone. And not only that, but not everyone's going to know how to sideload it. So you're basically asking tech-ish people to do a very tech-ish job. If it can't be immediately absorbed by
A basic consumer.
basic consumer, then it's basically just going to be where it's at. It's the same thing with like crypto. Crypto is not easily accessible to the basic consumer. It's you have to pay for, you transfer something, you have to pay for the fees of it, and they can be exorbitant amount of fees or all this stuff. It's just people want a set it forget it, not something they have to learn a course in
People
order
will
to
pay
use.
for convenience.
Yeah, that's why Apple is so well known, because people pay for convenience, and it's very convenient to use Apple. Very convenient. Owen Olo says, at narking on them to everyone from corporations to the CCP. Well, you go to China and you're going to be followed 24/7.
Oh,
So
100%. You go to China, you're being watched all of the time.
That's right. It's like they'll know when you pick your nose.
For real.
I was like, he's trying to dig into his nose like there is gold in there. Is he trying to dig for gold? Oh my gosh. I cannot see that he is trying to pick his nose like there is something in there. Like a bug fly up there. And then Olo says the pre-install problem, non-Windows OSs have been facing that for years, and it's made more difficult because of locked hardware, etc. Exactly. Right? Like Linux. I know people go and say, well, Linux is a thing. Well, but you have to remember, like, if it's not...
Linux isn't for the basic end user. Linux takes a lot of coding and a lot of programming knowledge beforehand.
The closest one I could think that would be feasible enough is Ubuntu. Ubuntu has the graphical faceware and all that stuff. It has GUI and all that. But the problem of it still is that it still can be a bit of a hassle, right? The point of the experience
it's not as stable as the problem,
right? Because it's community built. It's a community built sort of thing, yeah. I'm not a tech expert either, so take myself with a grain of salt. But I mean, I'm sure I don't know if you've seen it or not, like on the internet, like people having those discussions, but like they always say, oh no, I'm going to switch over to doing this and I'm going to do that and all this stuff. And like, you're going to take your time trying to get there because it's not going to be an easy conversion thing, right? Like that convenient people pay for convenience, and if it's not convenient enough, or it's not if the trail to get in is not easy enough to get in, at least for a regular person, Linux is still at the low end for adoption for OSs.
100%. And then, like you said before, that's why Apple is so popular. I'd rather have shards of glass in my eye than own another iPhone. But that's my personal opinion. iPhones are very basic, and every single iPhone is the same. So that's why they're so popular, is because you can literally go from the iPhone 14, pick up the iPhone 17, 21, whatever the fuck it is now, and it's the same phone. It's the same operating system from that phone to this phone. Where Android is far, far more popular is with how customizable they are, and you tend to see techier people having Androids and not iPhones.
Yeah, and I'm not a second. I built my own computer. All right, I built my own PC. All right, but that does not mean I'm like, well, this coding right here is where you're gonna need to. Let's just look into your box there.
That's different. Building a PC, that's very hardware, some software.
Yeah,
but
some software.
It's not like customizing an Android where, or like the difference in how basic an iPhone is versus how in depth you can get on an Android. I mean, an Android is literally like a tiny computer. I could reprogram this entire thing to have Windows operating system on it if I truly wanted it to. You could never do that with an iPhone.
Because it's a walled garden. Basically,
Oh yeah, that's locked up like Fort Knox. Steve Jobs swallowed the key when he passed away.
Well, more like the people underneath him did,
Right.
But no, it does kind of make sense, especially because it's that whole Linux, it's a whole Unix Linux sort of discussion where Unix is very it could be walled off and all that stuff, but then you have Linux, which is very open, community based, but even that has its own cons. It's not all pros on both ends, right? They both have their cons and pros and cons, but it depends on what's the risk factor you're willing to take as a consumer. Olo says, I build PCs, but I don't program, and I'm very retarded. The more you know about electric and electronic stuff, the more horrified you will be at the stuff my dad and I built.
Oh, Lord.
What is it you guys built, now that you've mentioned that?
Yeah, now I have questions.
Are you trying to say you're building a large stun gun? Is that what I'm hearing? You're building something to shock people? Is that what I'm hearing?
That would be cool. A hand cannon that shoots lightning bolts.
Ah, nice. That's a lot of power, but still.
A mini Tesla coil in my hand.
How about a mini rail gun? That would be interesting.
I think I would lose my hand trying to shoot that thing. And that's why they only show rail guns mounted on the big ass boats and mounted on the side of a mountain.
Or a very big ship. Very big ship.
Yeah.
Olo says, never owned anything Apple, but I'm definitely more a Woz fan than Jobs. I respect Next, but I have more admiration for the B-Box as a non-PC alternative. Yeah, but even then, Jobs was right in some areas where if people aren't buying it, it's not being sold, then it's just gonna die off. That's just how it works, unfortunately. And then he says, in that 25-minute video, you could see 3 things we built: phone. I'm guessing it must be his video. Phone switches, network adapters, sort of, and a noise killer. Okay.
Interesting.
Saying Olo's got the goods. So
and now we have more questions, Olo.
Yeah. The one thing he left out was the cannon, the electric cannon you were talking about, the lightning cannon.
Yeah, the one thing he left out was the freaking lightning bazooka.
This summer, a man builds a gun that shoots thunderbolts, and it goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
You thought the Killdozer was something? Check out the lightning cannon.
Logo for lightning cannon. Oh my gosh.
That would be something, though.
Oh my gosh. Your neighbors would hate you because they just hear like this loud.
They just hear lightning crackling from the top of your house, and they're like, it's sunny out. What is that?
Jeez. Why does it sound so loud? Just look outside, you'll see. Oh my goodness. Olo says they never built a railgun, which is good. Thank goodness for that. We did do a 4-part Heathkit home electronics course that used an O-scope and everything.
Interesting.
You're saying a lot of words I don't understand, but keep saying them, okay? Because it looks like
them.
Heathkit, but
he said, but keep saying them.
Keep saying that because Heath understands. But it's been decades since I soldered anything, and I don't miss it one bit. Well, congratulations. There you go.
Oh, I suck at soldering. I tried soldering a plug today at work. I burnt the plug. I'm not good at soldering. Just let me use some butt connectors or something, please.
Butt connectors. That's funny.
Yeah. We connect the butts.
Honey, how are we gonna do tonight? By the butt.
We gonna connect the butt.
What's your professional opinion? Well, you see here, you got an issue with your electrical wiring. You didn't connect the butt.
Exactly. The butt's not connected. I've actually had to tell somebody that before. That they didn't have a tight connection in their butt. They looked at me funny. Oh, what?
Listen, I'm a
Your butt
professional.
It's not tight. It needs a better connection. I don't know how else to tell you. You got a loose butt. Is that better? I mean, it just keeps getting worse from there.
Sir, what have you been putting in this butt connector? It seems like you finagled something there, sir. You know you're not supposed to be doing that.
Apparently your butt didn't get squeezed enough. I don't know what to tell you. You need to squeeze that a little tighter.
Sir, are you letting your wife mess with the butt connector? Because this is not good. It looks like a woman did it.
It wasn't gripped tight enough.
Now these female butt connectors, you really have to be careful because they're just out of the world. They're just out of the world. Oh man. Oh, Olo says it was faster than typing oscilloscope. Oscilloscope. I think I said that right.
Yeah, oscilloscope.
Oscilloscope. There's enough videos of other people soldering retro computers. I can live through them vicariously. Wow. That's actually sad when you say it out loud like that.
When they say retro computers, and the retro computer is an IBM with Windows 98 on it. Oh, God, and that's retro. Fuck me.
And you hear the sound when it turns on.
Oh
my
yeah.
goodness. He says, let me just tighten your butt here, sir. Oh my goodness. Hey, Div, what's going on? Nice to see you, good sir. And then he says, Pete, yeah, watch your cornhole, bud.
Watch your cornhole, bud.
And then he says, Olo says, you laugh, but I saw a real IBM PC boot to a C drive prompt in under 2 seconds, and that made me love life.
No way. I'm kind of impressed. That's impressive that an IBM PC actually booted in under 2 seconds. To be honest, because I think growing up we had an IBM, and I think it took like a solid 3 minutes for that bitch to turn on.
Oh, I remember when it took, like, even when a computer started up, it took minutes to get it started. Like my parents had an HP computer, and even back like late 90s, early 2000s, it was still like my computer starts up pretty quick. But I remember the days when it would take like a couple minutes for your computer to start up. Like it was thinking. It was
with
really
the broadband in the background. That
it wasn't even broadband. It was dial-up, baby. I had dial-up.
Yeah, that's the sound. That's it. That's it.
Oh goodness!
Like you're getting a fax every time you try to turn that shit on.
Oh, trying a phone call while you're on the internet, getting a phone call, and then your parent comes up and said, "I was trying to call home. What were you guys doing?" We were on the internet.
Yeah, I was downloading videos from LimeWire. Leave me alone, Mom.
It was like 3 megabytes, and your computer was like, "Well, it's gonna take a while."
Yeah, it's gonna take 3 hours.
Now you got gigabytes flowing all over the place, and even then, it's still a bit of an issue. Goodness sake!
Yeah, I have gig internet. I have fiber.
Oh, nice.
So I can usually I'm getting like 1.2 gigs down, and like that's pretty incredible. Mm-hmm. But I can remember the day where downloading a game to the the PS4, I think was when I first started downloading like digital copies of games.
Yeah.
And I shit you not. I think it took like 2 or 3 days sometimes for some of those games.
Ugh. Ugh.
And now it takes 5 minutes.
I wish I had that, because now it takes, like, if a game's like above, even if it's above like 5 gigs, it will take like, it'll be sort of 2 day-ish, just like a day and a half, just to download it. So Olo says, I'll link to the YouTube video when I post my Dream DOS laptop slides. Okay. The guy's channel is Adrian's Digital Basement. He replaced the BIOS with a custom open source one and added a second ROM chip to boot DOS from. Interesting.
Oh, that is interesting. That's kind of cool.
I need that in a laptop. There you go. The tech I discussed in that video is modems, 57.6 kilobits per second, and serial ports, 115 kilobits per second.
That's pretty cool.
Like
That's
slow.
Interesting. That's super slow.
And slow. And you're looking at your computer's like, is it done yet? No, it's gonna get there. Don't worry, it's gonna get there. Hold on, it's gonna get 5 more minutes. It's gonna
Like
get
Thomas
there.
the Train. I think I can. I think I can.
Adrian's. Okay. Nope. So I don't want to do that. That was it. Adrian's. Adrian.
Adrian. I've ran up those stairs to the Philadelphia Art Museum. When Rocky's at dun 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 dun. Yeah, when he's doing that whole run up the stairs.
All right.
I've been to that museum.
Is the statue still there?
It is. The Rocky statue is at the bottom of the stairs.
Wow. Let's see. So these are the videos. All right. This is Adrian's Digital Basement. So there you go. For those who don't know, I'm not sure which video it is though. But there's a lot of stuff here. It's crazy. Wow. So he probably.
I like all of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch a bunch of this. That Sperry PC XT clone. Oh, that's freaking cool. Oh, there's the IBM boot. Possibly the fastest IBM PC.
World's fastest booting PC. World's. I would think that's probably unpopular.
See, it's in the middle row. If you scroll up a little bit, it said fastest booting IBM or something like that.
Let's see. Nope. Possibly. Here we go. So it must be this one then. Let's see. No, it's an hour. We're not gonna even go. We're not even gonna watch that.
Oh my gosh!
Welcome back to Adrian's Digital Basement. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about the original IBM PC 5150.
Get to the good stuff.
So that's so he says that's an IBM 5150. So that's the computer he's working with. Intro. Glad. So this is the BIO replace. It looks like. Oh wow! Look at that. That's a board. Which is
60K drive. And the final component to this endeavor is going to be GlabBIOS, which I mentioned before.
Oh, so he's like a GlabBIOS. I guess he's like doing a replication or something. But that's crazy. And then he's like one ROM.
Good day. The way that he has it all set up.
GlabBIOS building process. Let's see. We'll go to here. This is the most replayed part. We'll see if that has anything to do with.
And this is the amount of trial and error words. So I'm just going to go back to the bare minimum of the code that seems to be necessary, including, unfortunately, this annoying I/O delay. So the funny thing is, I'm trying to find where this I/O delay is in here, and I can't find it. So
Finally,
for instance, I/O delay long.
Plus,
and I see what this does is when this runs, it does output to the CX register, which is why we had to pop CX onto the stack. But the weird thing is, I can't really find where this I/O delay is referenced. It's used all over the place, but I don't see it as a macro. So MAME does work in it. Although, what was I was getting system? Okay, I still have the disk on ROM there. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's where he's going to lose me is in all of that crap.
So it emulates exactly what.
Yeah, he's it looks like he's very into it. Blaze only has 4 years worth of funding. There was not mine. What do you mean? That's 4 years worth of funding. Well, I guess they'll only be going 4 years unless they get more people to join. But I think they have.
I think they're getting cooked.
Blaze. Geeks watch this, so the replay part is him coding. Okay. Well, you mentioned it. I brought it up. There you go. All right. I'm not gonna go through an hour of
Geeks
this.
watch this. They replay the oh, cracking me up.
But yeah, the Blaze, it's just another platform, I think, and that's why multi-platforming is so important, because it's more about the creator than the platform. Platforms, their job is to stay stable, to keep updated, to keep their stuff running, and to be technical and financially stable, and to also find ways of bringing people to their platform.
Right.
They're not anymore, but they were just a crypto only platform beforehand. Being a crypto only platform in a time when crypto is not widely adopted by the regular consumer is not a good idea. I get it,
not.
right? I get it, right? It's to get around the whole card thing or whatever and all that, but like going through Bitcoin or any coin really to try to send someone something is not an easy thing to do. Even for Rumble's Rumble wallet, it's not an easy thing to do, and that's like a backhand in itself, because there's still a middleman, and the tip is not 100% yours unless you move it to a different wallet, because you can't take money out from it straight. Otherwise, MoonPay takes their cut.
Yep.
So again, crypto is not widely adopted because it's not easily usable.
I think honestly, Blaze came out swinging and got super hyped, and then they shot themselves in the foot.
You think about Odyssey, right? Like Odyssey's been out there for years, and they still haven't found their footing. They're barely there. They have investors, sure, but the problem of it is that they're a crypto-based platform, and people are not there. You can try and force people to, but you're only going to get the people who are willing to deal with crypto, not regular people. Platforms, the competition for platforms is to get people on the platform. That's the point. And the financial part of it. The problem of it is, though, is that the most widely and easily usable platform out there that pretty much billions of people use is YouTube, right?
I mean, YouTube is the number
king.
2 search engine in the world, followed by the number 1, which is Google, and Google owns YouTube. So
both of them.
I mean, honestly, if you're not doing anything with YouTube, I don't know how to nicely say it, so I'm trying to figure it out.
You just say it like it is.
You clearly are not taking content creation seriously if you're not doing anything on YouTube. Like,
well, and not only that, but like places, right? Like right now, it seems to be moving towards just live stream only, which means that the live streams are very ephemeral, meaning they'll disappear after a while. But you could put your stuff on YouTube and Rumble, and I think Odyssey, and they'll last. They'll be there unless the platform itself deletes it, which is also another possibility as well. That's why you multi-platform. But like Twitch, Kick, Blaze, VP Zone, all of them, they're all ephemeral. Meaning they'll disappear after a certain point, and then you're just whatever. So, yeah.
Well, I think Twitch and Twitch is owned by Amazon. They're definitely not going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh yeah.
And Kick, I think, with all of Kick's investors and the amount of money that is coming into, I mean, what other streaming platform do you know has an F1 team? Like a legitimate F1 team?
I have no idea. I would think YouTube, but I'm not sure.
Kick has a legitimate F1 team.
Wow.
With 2 drivers that legitimately drive F1. So it's like, I don't think Kick is going to go anywhere anytime soon. Twitch is definitely not going anywhere. And then, of course, YouTube. It'll
No.
live forever on YouTube.
Yeah.
As far, I mean,
Well, yeah, and you have to think of this way, like Twitch. I think YouTube, for all it's worth, has some good in it, but also it's bad too. But basically, at its core, YouTube is Google's data mine. If you think about it, right? They have their with Google, they have Gemini, they have VO, they have Genie. Like, remember when the whole Sasquatch videos and Stormtrooper videos came out?
the whole Sasquatch.
Yeah, the Sasquatch videos. Don't you? There was like a while ago, but there was like the Sasquatch videos where it's like IRL Sasquatch going around, giving his commentary and things while in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, those, I believe those were being made with VO3. So VO3 is owned by Google, right? So you have this thing with the Stormtroopers, with the Sasquatch and all this stuff, and all that. And you're having people like, people can say all they want about YouTube at the end of the day, but it'll still be there. It'll take a flood to take out YouTube. All right. And this is not like legality, because they'll just find their way around it. It's Google. But
for real though.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, people are like, oh, YouTube's gonna go down after this AI moderation stuff. It's still standing. Oh no, it didn't go down.
Then YouTube just needs to start posting on their like X the I'm still standing gif. Like,
or the song.
Or the song.
Do the song. Yeah, they can do
for
the
real
song.
with YouTube singing it. YouTube is like has the voice over the lead singer.
Yeah.
Or something, because literally everybody keeps saying YouTube is gonna fail and YouTube is gonna die and this, that, and the other. Where
show me?
Yeah, for real. The only evidence that YouTube has is that every day it becomes more and more popular.
500 hours every minute.
Yeah, that's insane.
500 hours is uploaded every stinking minute. There, you just take an hour, 60 minutes. That is, what is it? 60 minutes times 500 would probably be 30,000 maybe.
Sure. Yeah. 30 times 500.
Every hour, so around every hour, 3,000. No, 30. All right, I'm getting my calculator. Hold on.
I'm getting the calculator.
I got this. Okay. So let's see. You got 60. So 500 every minute. So 500 times 60 equals 30,000. So I was right. 30,000. So every hour, 30,000. Every hour, 30,000 hours are being uploaded to YouTube right now.
Yeah, that's absolutely absurd. You got to think, how big is YouTube's data bank?
It's almost probably close to petabytes at this point. It's got to be.
It has to be.
Because but you have to remember too, they've gotten rid of channels, they do delete stuff. It just depends on what it is. Like, there's some stuff that's lost to it and you could still find it, but I'm pretty sure they delete stuff after a certain period of time. Like, maybe. That's just a guess.
I don't know. I bet you can still go on YouTube and find videos from like YouTube's inception.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you can find the first video that was ever uploaded to YouTube. I'm pretty sure you can find it, because it's a historical factor, and YouTube's not going to get rid of that.
Right.
If they got rid of that, they would be, oh man, it'd be so much disaster for that one. It'd be a nightmare, basically.
That'd be like them getting rid of their most viewed video.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's probably billions, maybe.
It's gotta be. It has to be, because I Show Speed has hit billion views. Mr. Beast has hit billion views. So it has to be.
But you have to find like what the title of the video is. It's like the first day, like a video in San Francisco Zoo or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, Olo says whoever solves the hardware wallet UX problem will be this generation's liberator. I can believe that. If you make crypto easy to use,
You are not gonna believe this.
what?
The most viewed video on YouTube is fucking Baby Shark by Pink
Oh.
Fong, and it
Mm.
has surpassed 17 billion views. It became the most viewed video in November of 2020 and has accumulated more views than the entire population of the earth.
Just imagine the amount of money, and it's still probably making money too. The amount of money that's made off that is probably insane.
That is absurd.
17 and you know mostly it's parents playing for their kids
On
right? You know-
fucking repeat.
Mm.
Oh, I hate that song.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then Olo says, thank God I don't create content. Most people, Diff is right. Most people think crypto's a scam, so very hard to sell. Well, not only that, but it's still used for scammers. Scammers use crypto to make their scams. So yes, it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell because scammers currently use it.
$25 million is what they've made off of YouTube ad revenue alone.
Right there. I would have started investing every stinking penny. Every penny. So that I wouldn't have to work every penny so I wouldn't have to work another day in my life.
I would just live off of the interest.
Live off that interest, baby, because good Lord, I would too. Olo says, in the same way I explained UTF keys with the physical key comparison, it's pretty easy to get most people to see crypto as no more a scam than cash. Well, the problem of it is, though, is that the scam part speaks louder, and I've not seen anyone try to make it easier to use. So there's that. And argue less. And Div says, Kick can outlast Rumble. I think Kick is still going to have its issues, just like Rumble, but I do think that right now, unless something, because it's much easier for something like big to happen to kick it down than it is to YouTube on that basis alone. Like you're talking about like a
I don't know.
cataclysmic sort of thing. Like you would have to take a cataclysm to take YouTube down, but I think there's something a bit with Cake that could happen that could bring it down, but like at the end of the day,
I would think it. I honestly, I think it would have to be pretty cataclysmic for both. Again, what other platform do you know that has their hands in the actual like sporting teams? YouTube doesn't any sport teams or any race teams or anything like that. And then you've got Stake that now has UFC fights basically, and
wow.
I think Kick is becoming more and more permanent every day.
Well, the byproduct of Stake. Remember that Stake is the big
That is
point.
true. Byproduct. You're right.
It's a byproduct of Stake. So as long as Stake is still able to do its thing, which I mean, it's gambling. So duh.
Right.
Online gambling, mind you. Kick will live off that byproduct, and they're still improving and stuff like that. Like I think they just made it possible to stream through a browser on Kick, but like at the end of the day, though, Rumble's gonna have its difficulty, and most of the time it's self-inflicted. Same with Kick. So Kick has some self-infliction to it too. Let's not lie. But like Rumble has its own self-infliction, and while they're trying to go for longevity, I think for the most part they're trying to go for the AI portion rather than the video front end. The video front end is more of like the window dressing to bring people in to buy their AI product. But after a certain point, it's just like the more moneymaker is going to be the AI stuff. Basically, that's for every company though, like Google, Windows, all that. Like even AWS, right? Even AWS is for like the servers and all that stuff, basically. And then Olo says El Goog Delenda Est. What? El Goog Delenda Est. Nobody's too big to fail. It's big enough that it's gonna take a flood to take them out. It's maybe not too big to fail, but it's gonna take something big to make it
It
fail.
would literally take a natural disaster to take out Google.
Yeah, basically, right? Because they're spread all over the world. It's global.
Yeah.
You can go to Google Earth and see the Earth.
Yeah, they got freaking satellites, man.
It's crazy. It really
Yeah, there's
is.
no way. It would take something super major to take out Google.
Homer Simpson's, I like this odds. Yeah, I'm sure some people like those odds too, but those odds are like, basically it's what Google is based off of. Google's accounting number, which is like 1 with a 1 and 100 zeros after it.
Are you for real? That's really where they got Google from?
Yeah, the counting number Google, Googol. Look it up. You can look it up. You can look it up right now on the internet and find out, how did Google get its name? It got it from the word Google.
Huh.
100 zeros after the first number. Yep. Even Olo's backing it up. Yep. And Olo asks a question: can we remain retarded longer than Google can remain solvent? That depends on how long you'll live.
I feel like the answer is 42.
And a shot of vodka for those who are really interested. It's not going to pan out well. But anyway, it is way past the top of the hour. Hey, Fodub! What up, Fodub?
What up,
Oh
Fo?
man, I gotta write these people's names down. I gotta write down Fo, and then Lady Desiree. Fo and then Lady Desiree rated today. Gotta make sure to thank them later. What up, good sir? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Big Shot McGee over here, coming over here and gracing us with his presence. Thank you, good sir. But it is way past the top there, and so what's going to happen is we're going to start winding down. We're going to do promotional stuff, and then we're going to do a few other things, and then we're getting on our way because, one, I do have to get up in the morning, and two, I have work in the morning, and two, I need to get set up for tomorrow's stream. So those are the two things I need to do. But before we get there, we're going to go back to promoting our stuff first. So let me find where all our links are at.
That's where we tell them to click our link again.
Hold on. I'm almost there. I gotta get there. Where the motherfucker? Oh, there we are. Here we go. Go for it. Promote your stuff.
Hey, down here at the bottom. It's my link. Click that shit.
Your mother didn't. She said I was pretty good. She said she could watch me for hours, and I was like, yeah, you could.
Like eyes from across the room.
They'd be like,
So
"What
you
the
gotta
fuck
start
is going
singing
on?"
Lonely Island over here.
Oh goodness, that is too funny. But yeah, if you want to see where the great Heathen is at, there's his link tree right there. It will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. Again, I do post it to the places, but it's very ephemeral, meaning they disappear after a certain point. So your best bet is going to either Rumble or YouTube, and you will find them there still. So keep an eye out for this stuff because the Heath man is in town, and he's going to bring you down if you don't find him. So we're just going to put it that way. But links will be right there. All his links are in that link tree right there. So thank you so much for that. Bam, bam, bam. It's going to be like a hip rap. I'm just going to be like, and he came to town with the brown cow and all that stuff. It's
all that fun stuff.
all that fun stuff. It's I'm going to try it, but I don't know if I'll do a very good job of it. So don't rely on me for that. When I forgot to say hello to Captain Giratina, thank you for stopping by, Captain. Much appreciated. And of course, for reminding things with you, whether on the Rumble side, YouTube side, or any of the sides, if you don't mind, leave a like, sharing the content, leave a comment or follow. Anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated because, yes, I could be like everyone else and say, share, like, and subscribe. Yeah, but I don't want to. Because all at the end of the day is an engagement factor. So any help with the likes, comments, and all that silly stuff at the end of the day is much appreciated because not only does it help being seen more, like a majority of content creators want to be, it also helps having other people on like the Heath Man, like Alaska Man Jeff, like Silver Fox, like Pudge TV. I've had on so many people, again, over 365 various guests, creator or not, because that's what I do. I have a conversational show, not a just for creators show. I have a, you like to have a conversation? Well, guess what? Here you go, right there. But again, on any help with the places I stream to, it's much appreciated. Of course, if you want to know where those places are at, well, guess what? I have the link for you. That link right there will take you to all my spaces. You want to know where else I'm at? Bing, bang, boom. You click on that link and you'll see a whole list of where I'm at, and you'll be proud of it because it's all in order and it looks nice. Not so like, you know, all over the place like some creators do. It looks nice. It looks clean. Looks
Makes
clean.
my
That's what we
OCD
want.
happy.
Yeah. If you have OCD, like, it's not in alphabetical order though, and like, come on, man, let's not do that here.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
That's too much. I'm not gonna. No, don't do that. But yeah, any help, you can find all my stuff there. And again, any help with the engagement factor and that is much appreciated. And of course, I do promote a few things. First off, of course, is Proton VPN, part of the Proton ecosystem. I promote many different parts of Proton, the many facets of, and I do it because I use it. I pay for it. I use it. I paid for the paid part and I use it on a daily basis, but I promote it because they are for privacy as a human right. That I just want to put this tool in people's hands to know that, hey, this thing is for you and it's better for you. And again, just make a free account. Just make a free account. You don't have to spend a dime of your money if you don't want to, but just do a free account and see how it works for you, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't work for you, well, it will still be there if you change your mind. So again, with the VPN thing, right? VPN, there's VPNs the world over, but I'll tell you this, I am using a VPN right now while I am streaming. That's right. Where they told you not to, I said, that's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing.
Great. But yeah, link is right there. Go check it out. Again, you can make a free account, try the free stuff. Doesn't matter. What matters is that it's in your hands and you get to try it out for yourself instead of relying on me how to tell you how it goes. That's the whole point. So give it a look right there. And of course, the other one, of course, is Biltong USA. I have had the owner on. His name is Anton Greatude. There's a link right there. You can go see what Biltong is. You can see what they're about. They sell jams. They sell jellies. They sell cereal stuff. They sell toiletries. They sell a whole bunch of stuff from the UK, sweets and treats, all that goodness right there in that website. And if you want to save yourself some money, you can use code DARA to save yourself some 10% right there. I believe it's more in the use for the Biltong stuff because they control the pricing on that. But at the end of the day, it's a great people making a great American product. And I remember distinctly, a lot of people were wanting more made in America products. Family business, American made, right there. So you want to go for it, link right there. Code DARA, save you 10%. Thank you so much. And let's see. There we go. Nice. So first things first, tomorrow at, I gotta look at my calendar. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I get to have on the one and only Sammy 3P. It has been a hot minute, but this man is so hot himself that everyone wants a piece of him on their own shows. And so I am grateful he said yes to me because I feel like Oliver Twist when I say, please, sir, but I have some more. No, you can't have more. I've got more right behind me. More people want me. So, Sammy 3P will be on tomorrow, so it'll be nice to get to chat with him again about whatever. Gotta let that man breathe. Gotta let that man breathe. Breathe, breathe. Let man breathe. Breathe, breathe. Let the man breathe. But that is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So so see you there for that. And of course, the last thing I do with my guests before we ride off into this glorious sunset, although it is kind of dark now anyway, is something I call questions from the hat. spot I have from Rumble, questions inside it. So what does that mean? That means that my guest gets 2 freebie questions. That's right, good old 2 freebie questions, because I am just so generous. But if people want more than those 2 questions, they have to give a Rumble rant. Now I know I'm on YouTube. I'm not monetized. The other places, I'm not sure if I'm monetized there. I might try looking into having something that's not just fully on the Rumble thing. But at the end of the day, for right now, I'm on Rumble. I'm monetized in Rumble. So if you want to get a question in, it doesn't matter the amount of a run you give. You can give $1, $2. Heck, people spam me the once. Okay, that's how easily I'll accept if you want to give. But we did get one thanks to the great Neuro. So you get 3 questions tonight. So 3 questions. So are you ready, good sir?
Are you ready? Let's do it.
Ready
What
to be
questions you got
asked?
for me?
I got a ton of questions. I think at this point in time I have 40 plus questions in the hat.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm doing this by random. I'm not looking down. I'm just feeling by the paper. If I get a paper cut, that's the one.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I like the blood-soaked one.
Nah, we're not gonna talk about that. That's more of like the devil's spawn. This question right here is: which is more important for content creation, creators or platform?
Content creation or platform? Definitely content creation. I think platform definitely kind of plays a factor, but what you're creating. I learned in the beginning that if you want other people to be passionate about your stuff, then you need to be passionate about it too.
No,
So-
I meant what's important for content creation, is it the creators or the platform? That
Oh,
was the
the
distinction.
Oh, the creators.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Oh. Oh, okay. Now that made that question harder. Damn. Ah.
I am so sorry. I should just let you continue.
Probably the platform.
Okay.
Creators come and go.
That's true, but so do platforms, as we've seen with DLive, Trovo.
True. But picking concrete platforms is definitely
True.
more important because creator, man, I've had acquaintances throughout my streaming career, and some of them helped rise with me when we were doing Twitch partner pushes, and I don't even talk to half of them anymore. So
Wow.
I don't even know what they're doing now.
Wow.
So yeah, creators come and go.
We should give it into you instead of cashing out. Don't worry about it. Thank you for the thought. Counts though. Thank you. All right. Question number 2. Oh my gosh. Oh crap. All right, here we go. Question number 2. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, there's so many.
You can only choose one. That's the exception. You must choose your favorite.
Probably fuck. I
Mhm.
say that a lot.
I hear
And
ya.
it goes with every word, like everything. There's so many different variations.
Mm.
And then I learned the same word. I learned how to say the phrases in Russian. And it's the same way. It works. So pizdiets is how you say fuck in Russian. And like you could like there's so many different variations of saying it, and it's just so much fun. Yeah.
Especially when you're learning a different language, like, oh, I'm sorry, was I speaking too much for you?
I'm speaking too much for you.
Oh, goodness. All right, question number 3, and this is the last one unless someone gives a Rumble rant. What is the greatest risk you have ever taken?
Greatest risk? Oh, gosh. Signing with a dotted line?
What of a dotted line? Like that's a very vague.
Okay, so joining the army
Okay.
as a whole. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of risk in that. And then
Mhm.
that goes without being said.
Oh yeah.
I guess doing 220 miles an hour on a street bike down the highway, it's pretty risky. Yeah, that's about it. I would say my military career and being dumb on street bikes.
Wow. That's too bad you couldn't be dumb on street bikes in the military. That would have been interesting.
Dude, I am so pissed off that I joined during the wrong era. Why couldn't I have a Harley Davidson with a sidecar and a machine gun on it like they did in World War II? What the fuck? I feel like I got the shitty end of the stick. Like they had Browning 50 cal machine guns strapped onto sidecars,
Yeah.
strapped onto 130 cc or 130 cubic inch engines on Harleys, and we're sending them boys down the road. Why couldn't I? Or even the military dirt bike that came out in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
I got none of the fun shit.
It's like you've got that motorcycle and you're like you like drive straight into this like Wolfenstein kind of castle and you say, Heil Hitler.
Just mow them all down, right? It's a freaking, imagine how America is that. You run in through the front doors of a Nazi compound on a Harley Davidson with a Browning 50 cal machine gun, sending freedom seeds.
It's only more American when a bald eagle just starts flying out behind you while everything's being shot.
See, that's why you do that whole motorcycle thing at the eagle's nest. The whole see, it works.
Oh my gosh, we're getting too patriotic with this kind of dog.
Slamming a bottle of Jack Daniels.
No, come on, you could do something better than that. Well,
I mean, that's Tennessee whiskey.
What's another drink that's? I think Yuling is American alcohol. It'd have to be like an old.
Is
drink.
that beer?
Yeah, Yuling is beer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, hard pass. I don't do
hard
beer.
pass. No beer. You want spirits. You want spirits. What about a whiskey? I would think.
That's why I said Jack Daniels. That's a Tennessee whiskey.
I thought it was a bourbon.
No. I mean, I'm sure they have bourbon.
Okay.
But that's Jim Beam is a bourbon.
That's right, man. I'm not an alcohol drinker, so I don't know. I'm just throwing out names.
I got my bartending license in Las Vegas. I learned alcohol pretty quick.
Wow. Ooh, what that brings up a situation. So because you were a bartender in Las Vegas, what? I don't know how to word this. Was it a better tip or a pretty woman that had the possibility of getting a free drink?
Oh, a tip. I could care less about the women. Could care less.
Wow. I had to ask because you never know. You never know.
Most of the time, it would be so funny. So, my wife is Hispanic. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's Hispanic and native. I am not attracted. No offense. I mean nothing to this. I'm not attracted to white women. It's just not my cup of tea. Just not my cup.
Is it because of the Valley Girl stuff? Is that why?
Oh, it's a multitude of reasons.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot. She's not my cup. And it's always funny because like my wife would see white girls hit on me and I would just look at them like you're barking up the wrong tree. And they would really try. And it's just, I always thought it was funny that the only girls that usually hit on me while working were white girls. And it's wrong tree. It's not for me.
This man was claimed by a native Hispanic. And he's like, no English.
Basically. No, hasta aquí.
Oh no! No, you'd be like this Family Guy. No Superman here. No.
No.
And he just shuts the door, closes. Like, wow, really? That's crazy. But no, that's pretty. Yeah, but it's always that thing because like you never, the ladies will try to do something to get a free drink. And it's like, yeah, it's
guaranteed. If you tipped heavy, I was pouring heavy. And if you were regular and I knew you tipped good, I'm pouring heavy.
Oh, yeah.
I got
What's the highest you got in one setting for tip?
One setting, I did a wedding, and it was like $500.
Yeah, that's pretty good money. Yeah, $500 is not bad. I would think like thousands of dollars, but I don't think you'd get.
No,
I don't think anyone would give you $1,000.
I wish. Shoot. I do know that there was this one girl that she ended up getting. I don't know if it was $1,000. I know it was a good chunk of change, but she ended up becoming this old man's sugar baby. Kind of weird, but yeah.
Not a surprise.
I guess that would be the best tip that I've seen somebody get.
Yeah,
becoming a sugar baby. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not uncommon either. I would think a lot of, especially with the sites that are out there. But anyway, beyond that point, thank you all for being here. Thank you to the Raiders, Foe, and Lady Desiree. Thank you to all in chat for being part of tonight's conversation. Of course, you got to see me and Heathen go all over the place like we're a bunch of kids rowdy on some bikes, and we almost hit that pothole, but we didn't. And that's the point. But that's why I do it, is because I talk to all sorts of people, creator or not, because I don't care about status. Status means nothing to you, nothing to me when you are 6 feet under, dust in the wind, and even then, it's about the conversation. So thank you all for being here again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, a big shout out to the man himself, the big HS. Doesn't stand for high school, it stands for Heathen Streamz. Thank you so much for coming on and being part of tonight's chat. Yeah,
man. I had a lot of fun. It was cool. I enjoyed this. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, of course. And I always tell every guest I'm on, you're always welcome to come back on, because there's always more to talk about. Like, seriously, there's always more to talk about.
I got this cool little vintage clown painting back here.
Yeah, for next time, not now.
Next time.
Porque. Oh, goodness gravy. But anyway, how I end the show, of course, is like you just saw at the beginning, I had a music video. This one, of course, is called A Moment to a Lifetime. It is a AI song I used Suno with, but it was based off a poem I had a while back. And so the words are mine, but, Suno helped putting it like a music format. So there's that. But again, guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being part of tonight's chat. And remember, that's what DaraChat is all about. One conversation at a time. Till next time, everyone. Bye.
Give me a moment, and I will make a lifetime. Give me a lifetime, and I will make something beyond recognition. Beyond recognition is a desire, a flame born of dreams forward. Yet dreams do not push beyond their scope. A recognition held back by reality. But reality's a dreaming way to come true. And be reality. So what do you wish? What is your desired reality? In truth, maybe not much. In truth, maybe it is. Only you can weave the dreams of wanting reality to form. And then, only then, and be reality. So what do you wish? What is your desire? Reality. In truth, maybe not much. In truth, maybe it is. Only you can weave the dreams of one reality to form, and then only then will you create